Oh shit, I'm late. Hello, hello, can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, I can hear you. Can
Okay.
you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. It's perfect. Nice. How are you doing, mate?
Um, doing well, doing well. Early in the morning for me.
Oh, really? What time is it?
7 a.m. Usually don't wake up this early.
Oh, okay. I started
But yeah,
coaching this morning at 7 a.m. and yeah, it's pretty tough. So I will go easy on you. We start with a bit of some chit chatting before I throw you on the rift.
for sure.
I mean, unless we're doing VOD reviews, are we doing a live review or a VOD review?
I haven't decided. I have like recorded the last, few days of my games for my side. So
Mm-hmm.
I do have VODs available with, all of my losses, particularly frustrating ones. If you wanted to go over those ones, but I'd be down to play a live game too. Which you think has like more benefit, I guess?
For the game you recorded, is it like your POV?
Yeah. It's my
Mm,
POV.
okay,
Um,
so I will take you the in and outs, like what's the advantage of one or the other. Um, the good thing about VOD reviews is that we can review two of those. Um, usually, they have like, I'm not gonna say a lot more less value, but they have less value because we don't have like your clicks, your camera control, etc. But if you recorded your POV, then we are gonna have that. Um, the good thing about live review is that I can like try to pick your brain during the game and try to understand like your thought process and try to work on that as well. Now, I think if on the games that you recorded, you remember what you are thinking at a particular given time. If I see a play and say, okay, why like did you go bot because this or because that, and you cannot remember why, then I think VOD review could be better actually for you here.
okay, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. I think VOD review might be better. Is it okay that I didn't upload it? So I'd have to like share my screen because they're all just on my computer.
Mm. Mm.
Or do you want me to like?
I
Yeah, is that
mean,
kind of
yeah, I don't think
problem?
you would have the time to I mean, the most insane things if we were like insane hackers or dev, it would be like to have an app which can make me use your computer from far, and then I can control the video. But I think no, I think we can do it this way as long as we find a way like to communicate. Like maybe I would just say, I mean forward and backward for the timers, and then press pause. I mean, TeamViewer. But does TeamViewer do that? I don't know. We can try it, and if it feels pretty stiff, if it feels weird or anything, we will find another solution. But yeah, we can try that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That sounds good. And I don't know if I have TeamViewer, but I can download it if
What's
that's
Team
helpful too.
like I don't know. You have said that in chat, but I don't even know like what it is and how
It's
it
like
works. And
where you can give like remote access to another person. Let me see if I can download it super quick. It should be pretty quick. Um,
okay, I mean I would
yeah,
try
we'd have to
it. That.
download it on. We'd have to download it on both sides. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Which one should we do? Because I think TeamViewer quick
Uh,
support, full client, host, MSA package, meeting.
I don't know. I think it might be different for each of us because I think I need the one to receive it. Um, yeah, maybe it's just the full client that we just both get.
Yeah, if you want to give an assistance, okay, work full client. I mean, we can do without it, but like I see it like as an opportunity to like like learn something also, try software, see if it works, if it's easy.
Yeah, it shouldn't take too long. Let's see.
Um, So where do you live for it to be 7 a.m. for you?
I'm in NA. It's New York City. Yeah.
Oh, so the last game must have been in West Coast then. Because it was, when we cut, it was 4 a.m., 4 a.m., or it should be center maybe. Okay.
Yeah. There's like 3 or 4 hour difference between us.
Okay.
So yeah, he's West Coast.
Okay. Getting there.
Oh.
So let's see. I will accept everything, of course.
Yep.
Bring your hub like this.
It's like I'm wondering if you need to sign in on your end so that you can view my side.
I think so. I think I have to create an account, and then I will get the code that I will send to you. And then you have to put that code somewhere.
Yeah, I see where to put the code. That probably works.
Let's not lose this. Okay. I just open it. Okay. And now, what do I do? Create a session. Okay. Chaddouk coaching. Okay. And now I just send it to you on Discord. Up.
Okay.
Start the session. Oh shit. Okay, what now? Oh, I can click? What the fuck? It's working.
Oh, nice.
Okay, let me hack your computer now. Okay, amazing.
Yeah.
So do you know what games in particular do you want to watch? I can take 2 of those.
Okay, yeah, I maybe like the yeah, like these 2 I was thinking were pretty good. I also got this lost Timo was pretty frustrating, but um, uh, maybe that's not the most typical pick. So we could start with one of these or both of them. I think might be the best. But unless any of these the other ones look interesting to you.
Okay, well, let's first like take a first one, like the most like quote unquote like either important one or long one or most frustrating one. And this way, once we would have done that, maybe you would know that another game it was like the same problems, but on another game it would be like different problems, and then we can choose the second one depending on that.
Okay, yeah, so we can pick like this one then.
The ergot one?
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
Oh, that's insane. Okay. So I mean, before we start getting into that session, let me just check again what you sent me, the information. Oh yeah, you're the one who sent me the resume actually.
Yeah, the formatting and stuff is a little lacking.
Oh yeah, that was pretty funny. Oh no, okay, it was this resume. The guy before also sent me a resume, but it was like an actual resume, with everything on it.
Okay.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Up. Okay, I don't know what he was saying. So let's see. So you started season 5. Pretty trash at this game. Oh come on. I just want to be better than my friends. Okay, you want to be better than your friends. That's the objective. I was gonna ask you if you had like particular objectives. What do you mean by getting better than your friends? Like, do you mean like when you're playing together in Flex or anything, or you just want to outrank them?
So I feel like League is just hard to play with people because like if you're way worse than them, then they just get kind of tilted. So like that's where it's just like and for how long I've been playing, I feel like yeah, I'd like it so that if I could like I think plat would be a good goal for me because I don't play this game that much. I've been kind of no lifing it the last couple weeks, but yeah, I don't have the most time to play it all the time, so I feel like going higher than that might be a little yeah, maybe a little bit more than I'm interested in. But yeah, just good enough that I can understand the game and play it at the same level as a lot of my buddies, so we can kind of duo queue without them like being
Okay.
like little
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I think like I will give you a coaching that could get you to diamond, and then you know what they say, like aim for the stars and you will reach the moon or something like that. So,
Yeah.
So yeah, I will give you as many tips as possible. During my coachings, what I try to do is like focus on the 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 concepts that if you work on, you will have like the most results in the short term. So, what do you think those would be? What do you think is holding you back the most in the game?
Yeah, I feel like it's a couple things. I feel like I'm pretty consistent in terms of not like completely losing lane. I feel like I get at least a little bit of a lead most games, but it's then translating that lead into a win and just ending games is really tough for me. And like translating that lead to like the rest of my team, that's a hard part. The other thing is I feel like maybe my lead isn't as large as it could be because yeah, it just feels like sometimes like either the enemy, like the other lanes, like whether it's the enemy or my team, tends to get like more kills during the laning phase, like gets more ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not finding the opportunities to do that. It feels a little bit like the enemy top laner will play like really safe, or certain things where I can't get as much of an advantage as as I like, or as I see in other lanes. So that's where I think those are the two things that are really holding me back. Just like general decision making, I have a hard time like knowing what to do. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Well, I will look at the games and then we'll see what we can find. So even if it's a VOD review, it's not a live game. We're still gonna do the 2 exercises that I ask all of my students to do. The first one, it's gonna be what I call doing the thinking. So the first thing is like whenever you get into a game, you have a first responsibility that you need to get as many information as possible before the game even starts. During the game, you have so many things to think about that you cannot allow yourself like to start doing the thinking about like who has the scaling, who wins a skirmish, etc. Once the game has started, you need to, as much as possible, have a clear idea of how things like should play out or could play out. Of course, I'm not asking you like to know how the first 8 minutes of the game will go, because like especially because at this elo like it's so chaotic, and even like up until plat and diamond it's so chaotic. But still, like you need to have an idea of who you want to play for, of how the matchup goes, etc. So I would tell you like how I would advise you guys to do it is kind of like look at matchup by matchup. So top matchup, jungle matchup, mid, and then bot lane, and then ask yourself like about a random skirmish at 15 minutes for Drake, random like 5v5 when everyone has an item or two, and then very very late game like does one team has like the scaling obviously, and then if you see any like champion specificities, like anything like specific that you know about the champion, you also kind of like think about it. So now let's imagine you're gonna get into that game. You don't know what you know that happened. You just see those champions. And what could you tell me about the game?
Oh, okay. That's pretty tough. I guess so. I'll start at top lane then. So I think like I feel like Tryndamere loses early levels against Urgot, but then it kind of quickly turns tide, and Tryndamere kind of wins that matchup. That's kind of how I feel about that. And same thing in late game. I don't think I've really struggled against Urgot too bad. And then Yeah, the rest of the roles. So I guess jungle. Yeah, I think I'd imagine Ivern wins that early. I neither of them can really duel, but I feel like Kane's just super weak early, and then just really scales hard. I really have a hard time with red Kane a lot of times. Actually, either Kanes once they get going in late game. So I'd say yeah, like super late Kane wins, and then maybe early Ivern does more, but I don't see like Ivern dueling Kane in his jungle or anything. And then Lux Syndra, I don't know a ton about that matchup, but yeah, I really don't know a lot about like which champion would win in that matchup. Um, but it feels like both of them would be, yeah, just kind of focusing on wave clear, maybe pushing and then trying to control mid roam. So yeah, and then of course, like I think it's pretty like Draven Seraphine is going to beat Vayne Volley early, and but then Vayne's going to scale a lot harder. So that's kind of how I see that. And then I guess like champion specific things. Yeah, Ivern's got a little bit more pressure because he's got that hard CC snare. Kane doesn't really have anything like that early. Um, and nothing else like comes out to mind. Maybe like Volley doesn't have. Yeah, I mean Volley has more engage, which could be maybe a better late game. But Seraphine's got a lot of CC, a lot of heals. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's kind of my initial
Okay.
view of it. Yeah.
And how can like how could you imagine a 5v5 being played out? Like what are like the kind of like win conditions for both teams on the 5v5? Like how do you want to set like how does your team win a 5v5 basically, and how does their team win a 5v5?
Yeah, so I think well, yeah, killing their swishies would be huge. So like Draven Lux would basically then be like most of their damage. So
Mm-hmm.
I'd say like getting them would be good. I think they have a lot of chain CC maybe. So like Seraphine ult, and then Ivern with his ult and Q. Like I think that's kind of so that'd be their condition maybe is to try to get those big and Lux too, right? So I think like getting maybe like CC chains or like CCing
Mm-hmm.
during the team that fight that would be big. And then for us, I think we have to yeah we have to get to their two carries, and maybe we've got a little bit more engaged to follow up on with Volley Bear um, and late game Kane.
Okay.
That's kind of my first view of it, maybe.
Also, I've got to say it's pretty encouraging. Like I've had like diamond players go less in depth about the thinking, and you have you're gonna have actually proof I'm posting every coaching. So this part you're doing pretty well. I'm just gonna tell you like a few things that I would add. I'm really liking your name, by the way. It's very fun. So for example, like even like I don't know either how the mid matchup would go, but what I would expect is that because all they have is skill shots, it will be a skill matchup. Whoever like hits more spells is gonna win it basically, and also the fact that they both have ignite, so it means that it's very like volatile. Like imagine like a jungler comes and kills, like for example, Kane comes and kills Lux, then Syndra can get a crash, would get a lead in gold, but also like even a bigger lead because Lux doesn't have TP, so the wave is gonna be a very bad spot, and then Syndra and her next ignite will have more damage and an ignite. So because they're both playing ignite, like it can like snowball pretty hard one way or another. And then what I would add also is that so what does make Kane in terms of champion specificities? For example, Kane can either go red Kane or blue Kane. So would you rather have a blue Kane or a red Kane this game?
Probably blue, I'd
Yeah.
say.
Okay,
But
I'd agree.
yeah.
So would you want him to hit Urgot?
No, he'd want to go. Yeah, he want to go bot lane or mid,
Yeah.
right?
So
He
for
want to
example,
like go bot side. Yeah.
awesome. So now from the champ select, we kind of know that we want to push our jungler into like playing bot side, and that Vayne scaling and Syndra has a pretty good scaling and Kane has a pretty good scaling are like pretty good condition, that we should be concerned about Ivern early because it has more pressure than Kane, and we shouldn't expect much from a Kane in our jungle. So we're playing 1v1 or 1v2 top. Then we should be careful about Draven snowballing, and if he gets out of hand, you're gonna be like the one that needs to like shut him down basically. and we need to like kind of play for the squishes later, and that's pretty much it. Like I don't have much more information to get from it. Now my only question would be, do you do that in your games, or do you just like kind of flow into it?
I definitely do the latter. I don't do that in my games, so that's something I already learned. Yeah, I guess, and like you said, it feels like in this ELO, it's just more chaotic, and so yeah, I didn't think that something like that would yeah, it's hard to picture all of that because I think the rest of my teammates aren't doing it either, you know. But yeah, that's probably not
Yeah.
a good reason to not do it.
So by
Yeah.
doing it, you bring a flat advantage to yourself, because when the rest of their team at 30 minutes is gonna ask themselves, how do we win a team fight? Well, you already know how do you win a team fight because you thought about it 30 minutes prior. And even if it's chaotic and you guys do random shit, etc., still at 40 minutes your win conditions are the same. Still Vayne is scaling anyway, still Syndra is scaling anyway. Still they're still gonna be squishes. Like they can do random shit, they're not gonna build a ton of armor, you know. And so it's still useful information. Like everyone is gonna, like, that's a good idea to have in mind. Everyone is gonna do less than their champion, even in high challenger. Everyone does less than what their champion can do, but no one can do more than their champion. So if you're prepared for what their champions can do, and for example you recognize that Lux Q can be a threat and Seraphine ult can be a threat, well, if later you're prepared to play around those spells, nothing can happen basically. Like you're safe, you know. So because you seem to have a pretty good understanding, way above your elo bracket, by the way, of like just the thinking when you do it, etc., and how things are gonna play out, I think you should like force yourself into doing it every game, because even if it doesn't seem like too like valuable information when you get into the game, it's gonna be valuable at some point into the game for sure. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Yeah, noted. Yeah, I'll be pretty disciplined about doing that then.
Awesome. And also
so,
the more you do it, the better you get at it also.
so you think like loading screen is a good time to like go through that, or like in queue? Yeah.
So the best thing would be doing, like, whenever like I'm fully tryharding, I do it in champ select. So whenever this guy picks this and then start talking about it, and then we counter pick this and I start talking, because like you have so much, like here you could actually put a really good player and you could talk for 10 minutes about the picks, etc. You could talk about the runes, you could talk about the summoners, this guy has TP, you could talk about so many things. Okay, that this guy has exhaust, so maybe you cannot just jump on him later and he can still 1v1. If he has exhaust, so you need to play around it. So the earlier the better. The only issue is like in solo queue, I don't know, like you shouldn't get too many dodges though in silver, because like and when you get so many dodges, so like it often happens that I think so much about the game and then the game just never plays out. But even in that case, I still think it's a good exercise to do. So for me, like, it should start in champ select. So you see them picking Draven and you already know, okay, well, Draven is a win condition by himself, because if he gets a few kills early, he's just gonna snowball and one-shot everyone. Then maybe you pick Vayne and now you're already, okay, well, we're getting into the scaling part of a matchup. And then maybe Kayn, oh, that's scaling as well. Syndra, that's scaling as well. Boom, it clicks. I don't have to do anything crazy. Maybe we already have the scaling. But now they have Seraphine, Lux, Iron, like it's pretty decent scaling as well. You're Tryndamere, so you're like, and you're not always a win condition, but against an Urgot, I'm sure you already like snowballed into Urgots, and were able to just run them down on CD. So you could be a win condition if you're ahead, but you don't want your Kayn to like so many information. So you should start doing it as soon as you're in champ select, I think, because you don't get too many dodges, and also because you're good at it, and it's gonna help you like approach the game basically.
Okay, yeah, noted. Yeah.
Nice, awesome. So we trade again for the following game. So that's the first exercise, and I do believe, and I keep saying that I think that's the responsibility of every single league player whenever you're playing a game, even if it's an ARAM. Like you should do that if you want to perform. And the second thing would be jungle tracking. Because you're supposed to be playing your lanes. Okay, is it not playing? Oh, it might be laggy. Well, if it's laggy, maybe we're okay. Okay, now it's getting smooth again. Okay, we'll see.
Okay.
And now like it has to translate into your gameplay, the information that you took. So for example, like you know that you're not gonna have too much jungle pressure early on, and you're in the Urgot matchup. So how do you think you want? Oh wait, just want
Oh,
to check.
sorry. Yeah, I just tapped. No, it's part of the video. I tapped out during the.
Oh yeah, yes, so it's part. I just want to check something.
Okay.
Oh, let's go! You're using it. I love it.
Yeah, that's where I was reading it. Yeah.
Okay, so you're reading what I put against Urgot. Yeah,
Yeah,
Urgot is pretty specific. Like you need to play around his passive and his like his legs, and also like if you dodge an E, he's dead basically. Like his E is like such a long cooldown and such a big part of him. So now. So regarding edit, so what do you think would be a plan for the first few levels for the first few waves? How do you think you kind of want to play it?
Yeah, so against Urgot, it feels like I just give him level 1 most of the time, and so he'll just push in the first 2 waves. That'll make him level 2, and then the third wave it'll bounce back. And I think typically he just shoves me under tower. But then once I hit level 4, that's when I just start hard looking for an engage, and then try to bait a Z. And that's typically when my wave is starting to bounce back because he's been pushing me in. So then I kind of have the wave on my back, and I try to engage at level 4. And yeah, so I'll just like walk back and forth, try to bait a Z, and then try to land a W and ghost and just all in. That's kind of what goes through my mind again in that matchup. But yeah.
Okay, now remember how I just said like how in every game like you're gotta have to have a plan that's connected to the junglers and the jungle tracking. So let's look at Kayn. What is Kayn doing? Where is he starting?
The Raptors, right?
Yeah. And so what does it mean? Or what's most likely is gonna be his pathing?
Yeah, he's gonna be pathing bots like Raptors red into bot probably. Yeah.
Ivern, what do we know about Ivern? Do you know like what his pathing is this game, or should look like, or could look like?
Not really. I feel like he's kind of a unique jungler, but I mean, yeah, I haven't played Ivern too much, but because of his, I think it's his passive. I don't know how he clears typically, but I'd imagine because he's leashless, so he can start either side. Maybe he does path top. I mean, that sounds right to me, considering like the thought process we had in the loading screen. It feels like if he was playing optimally, he would path top. But
so that's funny because like so far every time I ask you a question you have the right answer. So I really wonder where you mess up in your gameplay, you know, because if we ask you have the right information, which is already really good, like, because that's the hardest part to do actually. Like the knowledge is the hardest part to get. It takes so long, but then applying the knowledge takes a bit of focus and a bit of planification, you know, and sequencing. So now with all of the information that we took, now we put them in the blender, you know, and now I will tell you why is it already wrong the way you're playing this game. It's because now with the information that you have, you know that your Kayn both doesn't want to play top and also won't play top because he's not pathing to top. Okay, you also know that Ivern, you don't know where he's pathing to, and there's a pretty good chance that he will be pathing top. We're not sure about that, but I consider that in this game, when you don't know when the enemy jungler is, you should consider that he's here, basically, or he's coming for you. And now, you add that with the plan that you have against Urgot, which is letting him push into you, because you don't think you can contest or anything. He's gonna get the level 2 advantage, it's gonna crash, and then you're gonna have a bounce. So it means that right now you're playing for a moment where in just a few waves, so the first 2 waves are gonna crash here, then the third one is gonna be a cannon wave meeting here, if you see my mouse. You see my mouse, no?
Yeah, I see it, yeah.
And then the fourth wave, when Kayn will be bot playing for Scuttle, you will have to crash the last wave here, which could be a 1v2 situation. So now you're already playing for a situation that's losing. Does it make sense? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so like I've got the knowledge about the jungler and it's disconnected with my plan for the lane. Like,
Yes. So the thing
okay,
is, if
yeah.
your jungler is gonna path bot and you're concerned about the enemy jungler being able to path top, what you want is a situation where by the time the enemy jungler is top, you're in a safe position, basically. That's it. Otherwise, he can just do the scuttle, come top, prevent you from crashing the wave. You lost. GG. It's
Oh,
over. Because now, like, yeah,
but I
you have,
guess
yeah.
like Urgot has that range and that poke. I mean, it's gonna be hard to do the opposite. I feel like and
Mm,
try to like push the waves to try to bounce it off of his tower, right, and then
oh,
get it to push back towards us.
okay. Well, that's why
Um,
I'm really happy that using my TRYNDAMERE matchups, because matchups take so long, like to actually learn. Um, I will show you. Okay, can you go on my stream right now?
yeah, I have it
If
on
it's
my
open.
other monitor.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, awesome. So let's just look at an Urgot game. I mean, let's put myself against like a really good Urgot, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna take the prio though, because it's gonna depend of my junglers again. I had to leash actually. So it's not gonna be the best example, but my whole point is like here, like actually beat the shit out of the Urgot. Like so, Urgot like you win the long trades basically. So if he has Q, you're gonna have like to dodge a Q, or even if he has Q, like you run him down, you win the all in. And if he has E here, like he even hit E, but I can just ghost on him and just win the all in. So the matchup early on is actually not for Urgot, but you kind of have to know it.
Okay.
How could you have known it? Let's see the other game against Urgot. Because here I can show it to you and then maybe you'll be more confident. But I'm thinking about like, could you like, without knowing it, you still know it. And now I know we're not playing the 1v1. It's being pretty stupid. But basically level 1 you just like, unless he's playing Ignite, you just win the all-in, basically. Like you can contest the push against Urgot. So the thing is, I'm fine with your plan still, because it was according to the knowledge you had at the time. So that's the only one thing that you kinda didn't know, that you don't have to be concerned about that Urgot. Like most likely he's gonna hit the wave once, and now he doesn't have his passive anymore this way. So you kinda just play around his passive, and you stack a bit of fury, and you can actually like, yeah, beat the guy. I mean, you should at least like, even if you think it's losing. So okay. Now let's still imagine like you're in a losing matchup where the guy always gets the prio, like let's say it's Timo or it's Vayne or it's something like that. Then you have no other choice. Like you have no other choice of getting pushed in and then trying to push back, and then you will have to slow push as slow as possible, stack as many waves as possible, put a ward whenever it's pushing back to him to make sure that the jungler is not coming, and kind of pray that he's not coming. And even if he's coming, sometimes you just got to back, and you're gonna like lose golden experience. Sometimes you cannot do shit about it. But so that's why I'm actually fine with what you did, because according to the knowledge you had at the time, it was the best play. Um, yeah,
Okay.
here I think you can just pop your pot, start autoing him, and you just win the 1v1, because he has nothing now.
Oh,
He has no more passive procs. He has only 2 passive procs. He has no more E. You have lethal tempo that can stack. You can pop your pot and you just beat him here, basically.
yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, but it's fine. It's fine. It's matchup knowledge. You will get that over time. So now the wave is crashing into us. Can I just press the arrows, or should I? That's 30 seconds. That may be a bit too long. And nothing is happening. Basically, it crashed into you, and now you're looking like, now you have a slow push. You can't do anything about it. It's gonna slow push anyway.
Yep.
So okay, now how should you be playing the wave? Starting now.
Um, right now? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I feel like I should be trying to. I mean, yeah, if I was playing right, I feel like I should be trying to match his push. So that to try to keep to try to get the push here because like I'm gonna be coming up on level 4 and maybe like an opportunity to all in here.
Yeah,
Was my thought. But
exactly.
yeah.
So in the general idea, you're kind of happy to be standing here because you're not in a danger of enemy jungler ganking you and jungler is bot, but also like it's pushing to him anyway. Like right now, it's pushing to him. If he wants it to push to him, by the way, maybe he's hinting it, and you can actually hold a freeze. But one good thing about when the wave is pushing back to your enemy is, it's one of the only things that's good, is that you will get the level advantage, because the wave will be bigger, you will hit. So here you can actually look to play for level 4, but I feel like I would play for level 4 because it's pushing to him anyway. By the way, if you're not gonna fight him here, right? Or right now, like not planning on fighting him anytime soon, right? Or
Yeah,
are you?
yeah.
So you
And
should
I think
spam
I
Q
was.
then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I was trying to bait his E, and then maybe I could like go in there, and so that's kind of why I was trying to wiggle back and forth there. But
Okay,
yeah, I
well,
should
yeah,
be
which
doing
is
both.
fine, but still, like, yeah, you should press Q, and also if he E's you and you still have your E, it's fine. Like he can E you and then you E after his E, and what will that do? It will actually push the wave towards you if he E's you, and he deals damage like in the wave, because he's most likely gonna E you, auto you, etc. And that's actually good for you. Like you're gonna sustain that damage that he deals on you. He's gonna waste mana for nothing, and you're gonna still stay alive and have a good wave for yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, if you're not gonna fight him, okay, the Q finally came, so it's fine. And now he's actually like, he's still pushing, so I think like this is really good for you, because his play right now is to let it push to him. So then you're fucked basically, and your play if it's pushing to him is to try to get the level 4. But now if he's like gonna perma pushing, this is really fine for you, right? Like
Okay.
you agree that this is a
Yeah,
decent
yeah.
situation, because
Yeah,
like
and
your
even
jungler,
considering
yeah.
like, yeah, the jungler, I could have just like hung out here because he just keeps perma pushing.
Okay. Now, regarding the jungler tracking, now we have a really important timer. Why? What is it? What new information do we have here?
Oh, I don't know. I might have missed it. Oh, I guess like Kane's bot, but yeah, is there something we
Yeah, Kane's on
that right?
Scuttle
Yeah.
right now. So it means,
Yeah.
because remember, we don't know for a fact that Ivern is going top. We were just guessing that Ivern could do whatever because he's Ivern. So he could like be pathing towards top, towards bot. But now Kane is contested, like he's on Scuttle and he's not being contested, or we should keep our eyes on Kane right now. So you see the advice that many people give you, that if you want to be a good player, you need to look at minimap every 5 seconds, etc. I think it's a trash advice. I think it's a bad advice, because for me, you want to look at the map whenever you have information that's actually gonna matter to you, basically. And here, what matters is, where is Ivern? That matters to us, because so far, like, we were concerned, or we should be concerned, that he could be topside. But now, Ivern, if he did top to bot, which he could do, or if he played for bot Scuttle, we're gonna see it, because Kane is on bot Scuttle. So now our eyes should be on the map. It should be on the map like minute 1, just to see where Kane is and if we have any info on Ivern. Then no need to watch the map for like a whole 2 minutes. And then we can watch the map now, because now maybe Ivern is gonna show on bot side. And if Ivern shows, we are level 4, we have a bot, like we can now look to make him use E and go for an all-in. But if you don't see Ivern bot, even if he misses E, you don't want to commit too much on an all-in, because Ivern could be like just standing behind him, basically. So that's important in jungle tracking. Like Scuttle Crab is the first objective of the game, and it's gonna give you a lot of information. So here, even like, it's good to all in, but I would keep my E as, okay, that was a bit sad, the auto. I would still be concerned about Ivern
Yeah, so
being
I shouldn't. Like, that was kind of, yeah, that was kind of bad to
I'm
like push
actually
up that
fine.
far.
I'm actually fine with the ghost, but I would hold on to my E as long as possible, to maybe be able to E out. Because I mean, right here it's silver elo, so most likely the guy just missed his E. But if you get like to play against like better players, this guy could even like miss his E on purpose, and then Ivern will be standing in that bush or something like that, you know.
Oh, that's smart. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so So yeah, so it's fine actually, like ghosting. So he's gonna miss the E. So instant pop the pot, press W, really good because you know he's walking back. Pop your potion, instant ghost, and then you auto. Here, like you messed up regarding the vision. You need like to be very careful like with the bushes. So it's either you're gonna click here first, because if you click on him, like you're gonna lose vision and then your character is just gonna stop. So you kind of want to kite into the bush first, or you kind of want to put a ward instant in the bush so you don't lose vision.
Yeah.
Because here, because you lost vision, you both auto the minion, but also now you're out of his range. So now you kind of have to E to close distance. But because you missed, it's only because you missed that auto. If you didn't miss that auto or that like vision timer, you will still be on top of him, and you could keep E to either follow his flash if he's flashing, or dash out if Ivern is coming, for example.
Yeah, okay.
So that was just a bit of a mis-execution, which is not a big deal. And now once he flashed, I think you should like probably instant go back because the wave is not in the best spot. But oh, it's okay to like, yeah, keep walking a bit just in case you can catch on him. So this is still really fine, the idea, but you see like how I would like always connect my plays to the jungle. And now another big information that we have, jungle tracking. Now we see that Kayn is on his golems. All the camps are down. Ivern is not there.
So Ivern has to be top.
He has to be somewhere on top side, 100%.
Yeah.
So, but we knew that. We know that because we saw that Kayn was unmatched on his bot scuttle. That's what like kind of gave us the information. And now we're back in that situation that we talked about, where it's a slow push, but he can be here. You should press Q again. Yeah, you should spam your Q whenever like you are not looking to all-in him. And maybe you are thinking about all-inning him, but it's bad because of Ivern, and because now Kayn is showing bot, so they cannot even be concerned about the 2v2 situation. Because maybe they didn't know for a fact that Kayn was bot, but now they know for a fact that Kayn is bot. So now is a bad spot. So okay, you end up like queuing like 2 or 3 seconds after every time. So if you just like queue on CD, you would just get more queues and more healing basically. So now I really like what you're doing. Like really like last setting, trying to use the wave. There's another way you can fix the wave here. You have 2 ways of fixing. You see what I mean by with the queues? I mean, okay, you're gonna get level 5. So I get it if you want to level 5 Q, but now you should press it again. What you need is HP to crash the wave. You don't want Fury to crit on the guy. You're not gonna fight the guy. You wanna fix the wave, right?
Oh, okay. So like, what's wrong with the wave? I guess maybe that's something I'm missing. Right here.
Wait.
Like,
let's see before he is. So what's wrong with the wave? Well, what is the wave doing right now?
Well, it's pushing to him, right?
Okay.
Like it's I have a bigger wave.
So it means that if you're back right now, or if you have to live top, like you cannot. You're forced to stay top lane until it's fixed. Otherwise, you can just hold the freeze, or if you're back now, you're gonna lose this whole wave, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is for me, it's a bad. What I call bad wave is a wave that if you live it, you're the one losing all that experience. A good wave is a wave that if you live it, the minions are working for you during that time. So here, the reason it's bad is that your jungler is bot. You have this wave slow pushing into him. He actually has an item advantage because he based and he came back, so he probably have a cloth arm or something. And now you have to fix that wave. Because you want to back at some point, or even if you don't want to back, it means that at some point you will be farming that wave, or you will be pushing, you'll be very close to his turret. And again, you don't know where his jungler is. He could come top, and then even if you don't die because you have your flash, you have your E, well, they can prevent you from crashing the wave, force you to leave it, and if you leave it, you're just losing golden experience. This is a bad wave because you need to fix it. If you can crash it, by the time you crash it, it becomes a good wave. Because now the enemy turret is kind of working for you. Now he has to stay his pinned, otherwise he loses golden experience. But here like Urgot can just move, put a ward, he can do whatever. But you cannot leave. You're not free here.
So should I just be like hard pushing the minions and just like auto attacking the minions over and over to try to?
Well, no, what you're doing is really good because you're slow pushing this way. Because you are slow pushing, like for example, this wave. Because you slow push the wave before, now you have to push it here, so you're actually pretty safe for an Ivern gank. If you hard push the wave before, you would be like here right now in that spot. And it's really good that you slow push as slow as possible. This way you stack as many waves as possible. And this way it's easier to get a crash because now you have a big wave working with you. And also once you crash, you have a lot of time. So that's good. Now what I'm saying is that you have two ways to actually fix that wave. You have way number one, which is slow pushing like you're doing and bringing it to his turret. But you also have a way number two. What would that be?
Is it to bait him into use his abilities so
exactly.
then the wave pushes right back?
Yes, sir. You can also, especially into like champions who have like AoE damage, you can also just sit in your minions. That way, if he hits you, yeah, your minions are gonna focus him, or he's gonna focus the minions, and then it's gonna push back to you. So this is like what you should be playing for. You're not playing to kill him without vision, with an item disadvantage, with HP disadvantage, and that's for that reason that I'm calling that you should instant press Q, because you're not looking like you don't need your fury. You need HP to make sure that you're not dying while crashing that wave.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Now, I mean, if he's gonna miss an E, and here actually he's pushing back to you, like this is really good. He's taking a lot of really nice movement on your side, and now we have vision on Iron mid, so this is another kill basically, or this is a kill.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, on the spot it's kind of hard, like because I think we just saw Iron. But here you're supposed to kill him, right? Pop the pot. Yeah, you're not. I mean, kind of just to be safe, you know. Because anyway, you're gonna buy a refillable at some point, most likely, right? And you see how close it is? And now you flash because you didn't pop your pot. And now you pop your pot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so my pot was late there.
Yeah. Whenever you're starting like a big trade, you should insta pop your pot. Like it's 150 HP, like it matters a lot, a whole lot. So here you actually lost your flash because you didn't use your potion.
It is, so if I use my pot there, it wouldn't be as close. Is that
well,
is that
of course
right?
not, because like, it's like at least 50 more HP by the time you kill him. Of course, we could also argue that you could have like played better like to stick on him. So let's see, like W, okay. Now let's not lose vision again. Really good, the ward, okay. Now we're kiting. We are not gonna E unless we need E to close distance, right? Now we kinda, oh yeah, you hit a bit too far. Like you have to kinda E on top of him and not through him, because otherwise he can just do what he did. So yeah, like if he has no flash, you kinda want to like E on top of him, and then you have the lethal temporal range, and like you can finish him off. So yeah, that was something. And then because you didn't use your pot, now at the end of the fight, you would have at least 50 more HP, and you would be concerned about the minions killing you.
Yeah.
Nice reflex though on the flash once it happens, so you get more time to get your triumph. And now what do we want to do with the wave?
We want to crash it, right? Like that's, so I'm gonna hard push it.
You want to hard push, and you know that you're safe even if everyone comes, because now you get level 6. So this is really good. And that's being really good. I mean, Urgot missed his E's, and we just...
And I don't think I go for a plate here, just because, like, I mean, sometimes I feel like getting back earlier is better, but I mean, would you have gone for a plate here?
Oh, absolutely not. So the reason why I wouldn't go for a plate, it depends of the... So here the wave was a cannon wave, right? So the next wave is not going to be a cannon wave. If you go for a plate, so you're going to go for a plate, then you're going to walk back, then you're going to base. During that time, Urgot will come back. And now, on your way back to the lane, Urgot will have to crash a non-cannon wave, because his next wave is going to push to you, and this is not a good situation. He wants the wave to be crashed in or freezing, one of the two. But he cannot freeze it because he's slow pushing to you. So now he wants to crash it, but now, because it's not a cannon wave, he can crash it really fast, and by the time you come back, you are both like losing golden experience, and your next wave is going to push to him. Now, because you backed fast, you're going to see, I don't know why it's not working anymore, okay. Because you backed fast, now when you're going to come back, the wave is still going to be good for you.
Yeah, okay. Doesn't seem, video doesn't seem to be working for some reason. I don't know.
Let me... I mean, you have control also. Can you try like to move it, pause it, and pause it?
Let me try it. I'm wondering if I can restart the video.
Maybe maybe we just close it.
It's the Urgot one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have. Okay, yeah, it just glitched out there. Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry, I
nice.
went too far up. Yeah.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I can. So see, because you didn't go for that plating, when you come back, that's where Urgot is, and now we have a gank opportunity. With Kane.
Oh, yeah. Here, let me
If
get rid of yeah. Sorry.
oh, it's all good. It's all good. So where are we now?
Oh, did
I
I
think you closed
close
it.
the? My bad. My bad. Let me. Sorry.
So you have to reaccept it. I think.
Yeah.
I like the name from the TRYNDAMERE. Yeah, I told him too that I like the name.
Yeah. I didn't want to use my real name for that. Should I use the same link, or is that?
I think yes. I think yes.
Okay. Whoops. 1 second.
I'm happy TeamViewer is useful for once. Oh, it's been pretty useful. Because otherwise, like, you would have to upload the video, send it by WeTransfer. It would take like hours. So this is pretty pog.
Okay,
Oh.
let me. I'm wondering if we can move this. Okay, I'll just move this to the other.
Okay,
slot
nice.
too. Okay. Oh, and let me get rid of the toolbar there. Okay. I think we're set. Yeah.
So let's see. Do I actually have control here? Feels like I do. Okay, awesome. Awesome. So yeah. So now we have the direct consequence of not getting that plating. It's all about like the time you
Was
get
video
or you
not
don't
running
get.
again? Oh, it's not running again. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you try? Yeah, just restarting it. Yeah.
Close, restart.
Yeah.
And then
The
go
player is bad. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Now it's really good because we didn't get that plating, now we have the wave on a good spot. Now he's the one that needs to fix it. And most likely you also know that Kane is not seen here, right? Because like it was slow pushing for so long. I know it's slow pushing back to you for so long. So most likely even if you had a ward, it has faded by this time. So I'm expecting you not to go in too early, so you don't like give him the information. But we're not. Now we're going a bit too early.
So that was too early.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Because he had no information on it. You can try to look to bait it, get in melee range, see if he's gonna E or something. But you went a bit too early, and of course, like he kinda knows if you're just gonna like run at him. Like he kinda knows that he's in danger. So that was your only mistake here, like just going a bit too early. Okay. Now I really like what you're doing. I don't know if you're like doing it like consciously for a good reason, or if it's just a reflex to just last it. But this is like really good.
Yeah, I'm trying to just hold the wave here, like,
okay,
because it seems like it's better that way. Because that gives Kane an opportunity to, I feel like, yeah.
Exactly. And even if it's not gonna be, so this is not a perfect freeze, like it's not gonna freeze forever, but if it's gonna push to him, you want it to push like as slow as possible again. So that next wave that's gonna come, you're still gonna farm it here, and he's gonna be in a bad spot. And here, so you have an item advantage, and you have a ghost advantage because your flash is like his flash is down. So I feel like, is he gonna get? Okay, you missed the cannon. Yes, it's fine. And now he's pretty concerned about Kane, which is right. And now we can look to...
Yeah. And this is where I struggle. I feel like often they like just start playing so safe. And yeah, it's just hard to get them to like, make a mistake.
But then you don't need it because you're already ahead. So you just need like to keep like small wins, keep extending your lead. For example, here, like you're gonna crash. So I mean, you can have two options at that point on that slow push. Previous wave was cannon, this wave is not, the next one is not gonna be. And you want to back on cannon waves timers most of the time, right? So now you kind of have two options. It's either you're building a slow push and you look for a dive, or you're building a slow push and then you reset, and then you come back with an even bigger item advantage, and now it's even easier to beat the guy. That's it. Like you don't have to insta, like it's not because you're ahead that you're forced to kill him now. If you cannot kill him, it's fine, don't kill him, just keep pushing, crash the two waves, then on the cannon wave he's gonna struggle to push it back to you, then you will have time to come back, and then you have like a giga big item advantage. And same thing happens, like he's still gonna be stuck, like he's still gonna be in a terrible spot. And maybe the thing that actually like messed you over here is the fact that when you went in, which was first a bit too early, well, it was also, you also dealt damage to the wave with your E. So you kind of stop the freeze. You actually fix the wave for him. Okay, I will stop using the.
Oh, is it the keys?
Yeah, it's the keys that makes it like. So yeah, that's the issue, is the fact that you eat in the wave, I think.
Okay, so here, this is bad.
Yeah. This E, because now it's not freezing. Here, like, if just Kane comes and even creates pressure, and even if you respect the gang and not dies from it, well, if the wave's still freezing, he cannot even get experience. He's fucked. You just like put a ward here to make sure that you see him where he is, and you farm these minions by standing here, by standing behind them. This way, if he walks for experience, you can just like pressure to like just beat him or kill him with Kane or without Kane. And if he doesn't, he just loses golden experience, and you're just like slowly winning the game. That's how I would snowball it. And his only way out is for Ivern to come. But still, like, once that, oh shit, I used the arrows. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm pretty stupid. Okay, at least we understood what was the issue about it.
Okay, I get it though. Okay, yeah.
Okay, and now, actually, what makes it so here you have a nice crash. You have a. Can I press spacebar? Okay, I can press spacebar. You have a nice crash. The next wave is a cannon wave. You cannot go for a plating here. I think your best play is to insta base. Insta go back.
Okay, I stayed. Yeah, I just feel like because I only had like 700 gold, it felt like it might not be that good to reset. But
okay, so let's see what you do that's better than resetting. When your Kane is bot, you put the ward, and you're doing nothing, and now we're pushing the wave. For what? It's way easier to kill him starting here close to your turret with boots advantage also, because tier 1 boots matter a lot. You're talking that you only have 700, but here, I mean, you couldn't go for boots because you had to go for Noonquiver. I think it was fine to go Noonquiver because you had the ghost advantage, and you still have. But having tier 1 boots matters a lot. Like, boots movement speed early on is so valuable. So boots, attack speed, refillable if you want, and then during that time the wave is working for you. You had a good wave, it's pushing to you because now it's meeting closer to your turret, so it's to his turret, so it's pushing to you, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so by basing, you use that time that you used to put a ward when we actually saw Ivern going bot, by the way. I don't know if you saw it, but if you are concerned about Ivern, that's when you should be looking at minimap. And so we put a ward for nothing, and we stay on map for nothing, and now we push, giving Urgot free golden experience because we cannot really like dive him at that point if he stays safe. And I'm guessing we're not gonna dive him. And also we're missing our back opportunity on the cannon wave, because most likely we want to back on cannon waves, and now we missed it. And we cannot. Yeah. And now what are you doing? What is this achieving?
I think the reason I wanted to stay is because he's so I wanted to like try to pressure that a little bit. But
okay.
Yeah, it would have been better to back, I think, like you were saying.
Oh maybe. Yeah, completely. And because like he knows that he's getting he's not like completely he's getting close to being well, all he has is like to do is like not use his spells. Oh, you kill him here, by the way. Oh, you can really? Oh yeah. Because the thing is, what is he gonna do? He's gonna ult you, most likely. Like, if he doesn't ult you, just kill him. If he ults you, his ult actually saves you for a bit. Like, you know how you can just ult at the very last moment during his ult? So you actually have a lot of time here to DPS him. And also, like, you have Noonquiver, you run faster, you have more damage.
Oh, so after he used his cooldowns, I should have just dived. Okay.
Like, instant C. I don't think it's good to use your E. Your E doesn't achieve anything to push that wave. Oh, okay, never mind. It was before. When was it? It's after he gets level 8, right? He's gonna dash in on you. But yeah, you see it now. Like the thing is, on his POV, he's getting golden experience for free. When like you could have like it was checkmate basically if you just based.
Yeah, and then I just hold the wave.
So now he used E. You're still pretty healthy. You just ghost W, and you DPS him. And as I said, if he doesn't ult you, you just have the time to kill him. And if he ults you, he cannot like grab you, like, because during the grab you're invulnerable, you cannot die, so you don't have to ult, and then you can ult at the very last moment when you're gonna get out of his belly, and by that time he will be like solo in HP. So yeah, that's a kill here.
Okay.
But you see how now to get the kill, it's gotta be close. It's scary. It's close to his turret. It's a dive, etc. When what I called is that you would have more items, more movement speed, and the wave closer to your turret, and more space to actually run him down. And now we're backing on this wave, right?
Yeah, those are really. Oh, I think I pushed one more
Okay,
because next
which is
one's
right.
cannon. Yeah.
And that way you back on the cannon wave. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you see, like, yeah, he got 3 waves for free that he wouldn't be able to get. I think you should go for boots now. I think I would go for tier 2 boots, because now most likely he's gonna base and he's gonna at least get tier 1 boots. And I feel like on Tryndamere, the movement speed difference is so important. And you could argue that you have a ghost, but he has an E and he has a slow. And I feel like tier 2 boots will get you way more here. Also, it gets you faster to wave. Also, it makes you safer to a potential Ivern gank. And also, because you're ahead, like, you don't need much more AD right now or damage. Or at least, if you don't go for tier 2 boots, I would at least go for tier 1 boots and attack speed instead of the crit. I think it's way more consistent here in your situation.
Do you typically then get boots like pretty early? Like,
depends my matchup. So for example, if I'm playing against Olaf is like, when he's gonna DPS, he's gonna be in melee range. So I don't need boots against Olaf. Or at least I don't need tier 2 boots. I don't even need boots early against Olaf. I can just go for damage. If I'm playing against something that, like a Jace, instant rush tier 2 boots all the time, because I need to stick on him. Quinn, same thing. Kennen, same thing. Or maybe I go Tiamat against Kennen, so I can just like farm under turret. If I'm playing against Sion, I can go for tier 1 boots, maybe because he has a slow and his Q, etc. But I won't rush tier 2 boots. I will go for a lot of AD early. So it depends, like, can you get in melee range easily or not? And Urgot has pretty good ways to like actually kite you if he ends up like hitting an E, because he's been missing every E, and you've been dodging them. You've been playing pretty well, like, mechanically around them. But here most likely also there's an issue, is that he came back to lane and you didn't press tab. What did he buy with his gold? It matters. We need to know. Is he going full AD? Is he going full armor? We need to know. And here, most likely he's gonna get, like, he's gonna work on tab eyes. You shouldn't have hit that minion. So okay, what do you want the wave to do here? You have this wave. If you could manipulate it, what do you want the wave to do?
Well, I think I want it to push towards me, right? It's like ideal.
Yeah. So then you shouldn't hit the wave. Then if you wanted to push, this is pushing towards you because he hit his Q. So now you should last hit. Last hit. And I think there's like, even if it's one auto, sometimes it sounds like dumb, but yeah, you auto this too early. You could get like 2 minions auto rotation. Plus you're also getting hit by the minions because you're getting too close to them. And now it's actually pushing back to him. It's gonna be fixed again because he's kind of queuing on CD, etc. But yeah, if you wanted to push to you, just don't hit the wave, basically.
Okay.
As late as possible, and you can do it. You've showed me that you can do it. Here again, now it's pushing to you, so hopefully you don't auto. And why do you want it to push to you, by the way?
I guess also, yeah, no jungle for us. I have no idea where Ivern is. I didn't see that support roam at all. Like, I didn't see that coming at all.
Because it's so random, it shouldn't happen. But you see, the good thing that you did is that you didn't commit on your E. Here, you know your jungler is bot side. You know no one on your team is there. You don't have the info on all of them. So it's really good that you didn't go crazy, ghost, etc. But also if you just, have the wave on your end. But it's really good. Like here, not using the E, which allowed you to go out of the Lux like damage range. It's why I didn't want you to use E early on level 4.
Yeah.
And the all-in. Oh, that was pretty close actually. I mean, he missed ult for... Okay, this is really good for you, actually. And now, what's the plan? The plan has changed. What is the plan now?
Yeah, so I feel like the plan now is just to farm under tower and allow Syndra to take mid. That just
Okay.
seems like, or I think wait, was Lux mid or support? I forget this game. I thought it
I
was
think
mid. Yeah,
I
Lux
think
was
it was
mid.
mid. Yeah.
So yeah, so I think like yeah, now I should so now I should just like hang out until Lux. I see Lux mid again, right?
Mhm.
That was kind of the plan. Yeah.
Yeah. So your plan is basically not to get dove here and be able like to farm the CS. If you think that you cannot even not get dove, it's really hard to do. It's something that I never do, but you just leave top lane and accept your fate, you know. But here you still have your ults and you have your Q, so hopefully you're gonna Q in CD. So you just like you're just looking to sustain backup with this shield and Qs basically, and to be as healthy as possible to farm the CS under turret. So why? So then, for what reason do we get in Q range here?
Yeah, I don't know. I just like I was kind of like a little bit annoyed that I was getting dual laned here. So that's where I was trying to like, and I was trying to bait abilities, I guess. But yeah, I probably should be standing
Okay,
further back.
really good. Oh, you shouldn't use your E. Yeah, when your play is like to CS as like to not get dove basically, your E is really important because now Ivern was mid, but now if Ivern goes top, it's a guaranteed like Q on you, and then they can make you use ult, tempo a bit, and then finish you off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should not use your E. It's okay to not get every single CS. You should press your Q on CD. Same, you see, it's only 1 or 2 seconds that you wait before pressing Q, but if you do it 6 times, well, it's 1 less Q because it's 12 seconds cooldown, you know? And yeah, over time it's HP. Here it's okay to trade HP for the cannon, and here like yes, you kind of want to stay like in just XP range of these minions, and here you E for nothing. Like you just have to accept you're not gonna get every CS. Your team is winning so hard. Look at Syndra, what she's doing. So they're sharing XP here. You're getting solo XP here, solo XP here. She's being denied like so much. You're getting plates. Like this is really nice. So the hard thing is like not to get emotional about it and just accept your fate and be happy that you're taking so much pressure for your team and you're creating so
and
much
I was
space.
just trying to get her. I honestly was trying to get her to stay. But yeah, then I get hit here, and then that's where I'm starting to get like really low though. And then that's where Syndra roams, and I was like, that's kind of like frustrated me because I didn't think we won that.
Oh, wait, what? Why? What? Why? What?
Yeah, because I was just really low, and yeah, I was like, no, I wanted Syndra to stay mid there.
Okay.
Is that a fight that I should take?
Oh, bro.
There.
100%. The fuck?
Oh,
look at
okay.
look at Lux. Look at Lux. Look at Lux. Look at Lux mana. What can Lux do? Auto attack you?
Oh yeah.
You have
Yeah,
Flash,
she's kind of
Ghost,
thing.
Ultimate. Urgot has no ultimate. This guy has no ultimate and no spells. And you have Kayn, Blue Kayn already has his blue form at 12 minutes, and Syndra coming. Bro. This is awesome. This is the best fight ever.
Oh, okay. I think I might have griefed this then. I just feel and I was on tilt a little bit, you know? Like I think that was the
And you're not even like unlocking your camera for Kayn. Kayn is already here. Like it's not even about Syndra, it's about Kayn. Like even if Syndra doesn't come, but it's good that she comes because if Ivern comes, well, she can match him. And now it's a 3v3, but 3v3, but not really because again, Lux is useless. I don't know why you're getting that mad, bro. Like,
I don't know.
At least I'm happy that you make the decision, you know? That's at least the good thing. Like I'd rather have you like take responsibility and have the wrong call than have the right call and not call it. So I'm still fine with it, but now I kind of want you to be able to notice in further games that having a blue Kayn and a Syndra against like no mana Lux, Urgot that hasn't based and has no ulti, and just like an Ivern, like you win that hard and you would be happy.
Yeah, I think that scared me. Yeah, I shouldn't be so I think I was on tilt from other games too.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know.
probably and even if it was the right call to stay, this is just like this. What would this achieve? Like it can just tilt her. That's the most you can do is tilting Syndra at that point. So maybe a bit too many extra pings. And again, press Q. So you're pinging, but you're not pressing Q. Press Q. Do your thing before you complain about your teammates. You know, press your Qs.
It just felt like that was like because and then like mid was 1 plate left, so it felt pretty free. But yeah, I need to use my Q on cooldown.
Mm-hmm.
I keep forgetting. Yeah.
And also press tab does Syndra have TP? Bro, that's okay. No, it's good. It's showing me something. Bro, you need to chill, man. You
Yeah.
need to chill.
I get worked up in the game, you know? I don't know. Like, I'm normally a chill person, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, it frustrates me.
And also you need to press Qs. Like this is like you will be like 80% HP here. You'll be so safe. Be able to farm those.
Yeah.
Okay. Yup. I will ping maybe to Kane to come here. She's super advanced. She has nothing. Everyone is dead top. So I would maybe ping Kane to come here. Oh, you can kill her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she overstepped.
I shouldn't have flashed there.
Oh
But
no, yeah, you should save your flash in case she has her. And yeah, you didn't need to flash, but it's fine. At least we kill her. So now we clear that, and then what?
So to me, like it feels like reset back and then go top. But,
Okay, awesome. That's it. Like
yeah.
your team doesn't need you
no,
on Drake.
I actually think I tried to take drag here.
It's
Which might have been
fine
too
because
greedy.
it gives
I
you
don't
a ton
remember
of gold. So I'm fine with it. And it actually, so I would actually probably even sell D shield and go Kraken tier 2 boots.
that. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you don't even need to. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. So yeah,
Have the
Kraken
gold
tier
for
2.
it.
Okay, you're a monster right now. That's really good. Okay. What now? Okay, I mean, maybe like now it's still like kind of early game, so I'm gonna go a bit ahead in time. So okay, we're at 15 minutes now. So for me, early game, it's all about, especially as Tryndamere, it's all about your waves, your timers, your back timers, because you're playing without TP. You need to absolutely find the best back timers. It's about spiking as hard as possible at any given moment in time, because Tryndamere is like, you want to stat check the enemy, but to stat check the enemy, you need to have stats, and to have stats, you need to buy them. So it's all about like the cannon waves, the rotations, the jungle tracking, the jungle, like all of this. And now when we get to mid-late game, it's all about the objectives and how you as Tryndamere are gonna help your team get objectives, basically. So here, what's the objective on the map? The next objective.
Yeah, it's Rift, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
how do you help your team getting Rift?
So, I mean, I don't know. This might not be right, but I typically just push waves super hard when Rift is up and like kind of available. I just try to like push really hard for prio.
So let's say this wave is gonna come, you push it, and then what?
Yeah, I don't know. So I pinged it there. I think I just pushed the wave and then just hang out around there. I don't remember exactly what I do, but maybe hovering it.
Okay, so pushing the wave is good because it's gonna pin Urgot, right? He's gonna have to stay under his turret in order to farm the golden experience from that wave, right?
Yeah.
But then why do you pin yourself? You're free. By pushing the wave, you're setting yourself free. This golden experience has been taken. So unless you're gonna dive him or take the turret, where should you go?
I think I should just go to Rift, right?
Yeah. You have Kraken. Okay. You do it super fast because you're just gonna hit the same target. So Kraken is gonna stack to the maximum, you know? So actually the best play will actually to be calling Kane to go on this, and maybe you can even empty the enemy jungle, because I think we see Iron bot here. So you can look to get this wave pushed in, then you go for Gromp, blue buff, or maybe you Gromp, you proxy the next wave, you go for blue buff, you proxy in the next wave, and something like that. During that time Kane gets Rift, or you just take your responsibility, you push that wave, and then you go on Rift, basically. But you see how it's funny how you pinged so many times Syndra to stay mid when it was the better play in your opinion. But if your better play in your opinion is like just to go Herald, well, you should ping it then.
Yeah.
And here you're not pushing actually. Why are you not pushing? Why are we like sort of slow pushing, but not really, but a bit? Like if you're hard, like in this game, if you're hard pushing as hard as possible. If you're slow pushing as slow as possible, basically. Because here, now you're a bit late on Rift. Like you could have been there a bit earlier. Now who should take that Rift? You or Kane?
I guess like probably. Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know what's the better move there.
Okay, general idea as you're playing Tryndamere, of course. First, Herald should be taken by the jungler. This way he can go and take plates either mid or bot, like accelerate whatever is impacting. Because first Herald is before 14 minutes. And second Herald should be taken by you because it's gonna, like, you're gonna be the side laner. It's gonna open up the next objective, basically. So now what's the next objective?
I guess so drag, but then like turrets as well, right? Like I guess like because drag's not up, but I guess drag would be up next, right?
Yes, yeah. Like the next objective, like we're gonna fight for as a team, is gonna be Nash. So, what's your best way of impacting Drake? Sorry, what's your best way of impacting that Drake?
Yeah, so yeah, I feel like just pushing hard, and then like maybe I could look for a roam if Urgot hugs tower, like that seems the best, right?
Really nice. So yeah, you're gonna apply pressure. If Urgot like stays and he's in kill range, well, you should just kill him at that point, and then you can rift and take 2 turrets. So you're applying a ton of pressure. If 2 of them come to you, then your team is in a 4v3 situation. Most likely they're gonna win it because they're already ahead. And if they don't come to you, you just get everything. And if Urgot comes and cannot get Dove, you can just out-rotate him on the map and create a number advantage, and you can even put the rift mid if you want. So that way you pin Urgot top, you go mid, you put the rift, you pin someone mid also, and then it's a 5v3 on Drake. Basically, in the next Drake, you're supposed to get it 100%. There's no reason for you not to get it. We'll see what happens. Maybe you get it, I don't know. But right now, regarding the current state of the game, there's no reason for you not to get that. So in my opinion, it's the kind of moments where you don't want to be investing too much. Like you don't want to ghost too early. You don't want to. Okay, I like that you can sell that base. You don't want to use your ult, etc. before you're actually in a position to like apply the pressure that you want to apply. Okay, awesome. They're eating.
Yeah, and that's where I was like, okay, like just let Lux stay up here, and like they should just get pressure bot, I guess.
Very good. Like if you're confident and if you want to go for a crazy play, you could actually 1v2 them, but it's really not needed. It's only like if they miss everything. Okay, you traded a lot of HP.
Yeah.
I would look to back on the next. Yeah, I was gonna say.
So I think I stay here.
Yeah, I would have backed here. It's okay if they take 1 turret, being 2, because I mean you might trade kill here, but it's not doing anything. Like it's getting them a turret, and that's it. And it's not opening up Drake. It's not like just 1 turret basically, and you're actually pushing mid as a team and pushing bot as a team. Like you have to understand, like you don't have anything crazy to do. So either you're gonna stay, but then you're gonna stay for XP. Like it's not normal that you have this amount of HP, and then you just next frame like you have no HP at all. So maybe she's gonna hit that press Q. You're not gonna fight them. Press Q, press Q, press Q. Okay.
Yeah.
But still, it's crazy how it's always like 1, 2, or 3 seconds later Qs.
Yeah. My cooldown's isn't right.
And then you used E for CS again. So now you have no E, so she can just hit her E. You can hit his poke, etc. So just get experience. It's good enough. It's winning. Just get experience. Now you lost like most of your HP bar. Now it's a cannon wave, and you have the fast base with Herald. Just accept it. Take the B. Buy your BF because you had the gold for BF, and don't give 550 gold. Plus the experience, plus everything, and plus now you're forcing Syndra into going top. Now Syndra is going top because you're dead, and she wanted to defend, and now we're completely fucked on our Drake timer because now you don't have the time to pressure top by the time Drake spawns.
Yeah.
So still now Syndra does it, and they go and match her for some reason, and we can Herald bot, which is good, etc. But it should have, like, the whole play should have actually started in your mind when you took Herald. Right now, when you're taking Herald, you should be thinking, okay, what's going to be the next objective after Herald? Well, it's not Nash, it's going to be Drake. How do I help for Drake? Well, I'm going to use the Herald to help for Drake, most likely. So when the Drake spawns, or just like 1 minute before the Drake is on the map, I should be applying pressure. This right now doesn't achieve anything for them, and risking like your ult, etc. Like doesn't open up the objective or anything. Still end up like, because they go as 2 to match Syndra for some reason, we can still like Herald bot, get the Drake, etc. So that's really good. And now we got the deck, or we're gonna get it, and now we're gonna do the exact same thing. Really nice. While you're doing Drake, you should be thinking, what's the next objective?
So Rift is gonna be up next, right? Yeah.
It's 1940. So it's Nash. Nash is gonna be up next.
Okay. So we got Rift late, so
yeah.
So that's why the second one doesn't spawn.
So Nash is gonna be up soon. So now again, you ask yourself, what's my best way of helping my team to do the Nash? And what do you think?
Well, so I'd say like typically I try to like avoid the objective, or like be on the other side. Not avoid, but like be on the other side of the map for split pushing. So like I'd go bot here. That's what, yeah.
So during your games, if you're ever in a situation when you ask yourself, can we just win a 5v5 and kill them and wipe them and get Nash? And the answer is yes, you should do that. Because if you don't, you're putting, like, if your team is super ahead, but then you decide to split, you're putting your team at risk of getting 4v5 for a minute, you know? But here, it's not the case. Like, I'm not saying it's the case. Like, your guys are ahead, but you're not, like, stupidly ahead to the point where you can just win a 5v5 100% and then get the Nash. But I'm giving it to you, like, even if you like to split, etc., and it's really good to split, some games you can, it's kind of like late game. If you can just go mid with Nash buff and finish the game, well, you shouldn't be splitting, you know, you should just go with your team. Here, I don't think it's the case. I don't think you can just stupidly go on Nash and just win a 5v5 and get Nash. But here, like, we see something happening. Our Volibear died, and now Nash is spawning, and now you're doing the... Okay, I think the best thing you can do here is walk towards mid. Do you understand why?
Really? No, I don't. Typically, I would like... I think looking back at it, I probably would have gone bot if I chose, but yeah, I would like 100% of the time sideline this, or sideline this on
So I agree. Oh shit, I used the arrow. 2028. I will show you real quick. 2028. Okay, right now I agree that you should go bot side. Right now I agree that you should go bot. You should go bot. You should go bot. You should go bot. You should go mid. What changed?
I mean, they just, a lot of them showed mid, I guess. And okay. So they're wait, that means that's our teammate died though.
Yes. Your teammate died. So what does that mean? If right now you're going straight at bot, now Nash is up and they are 5v3 on the map. And you, by the time, it's gonna take you a bit of time to get bot and to apply pressure actually on that bot turret. So you're actually giving them 30 seconds of 5v3 on the top side of the map on a Nash timer. That is not good. The reason I'm calling to go mid, it's because this way, if they're looking to group mid and push mid, etc., maybe you can be there to cover for a bit. If there's no danger mid and your team is enough to depush it, now you can go bot, and it's not going to be like too far away. And if they decide to go Nash because they're like, okay, we got a pick, we want to go Nash, you're there to defend it as well. But going top here is bad because you don't want to split top, you don't want to be top, like, and if they decide to push mid, you're not going to defend it. And also, if they just don't do shit, well, now you're going to be super late in going bot. And maybe if you go top, what will Syndra do? Syndra will see you go top, and we'll see that Vayne is probably going mid. So maybe she will go bot, and then you will get mad at Syndra for going bot, but it's actually you who pushed her bot. So in mid to late game, whenever you're not sure about what the next play will be, because it's kind of fluid, and here like they can make different decisions after getting that kill on Volibear, the best thing to do is to just run mid. That way you keep your options open. You can still stay mid, go top, go bot.
Okay. So like we don't, and we don't really win this 4v5, so we shouldn't fight it. But you're just saying I should be there.
You should be there
like insurance.
Because if they go on Nash, you can at least defend Nash. You can look to defend Nash. 4v5, you can really defend a Nash. That's for sure. at that point.
Okay.
But yeah, you're not gonna just go mid and fight them. I'm just saying like maybe contest the wave or anything. But now, if we're commenting onto the top side, no, it's gonna start to look really bad. We need to look at these though. Like these HP bar matter. Okay, let's say they're 100, like they're full HP. Would you go on them with Kayn?
No, no, we would.
Let's say they
yeah.
all have 20% HP. Would you go on them with Kayn?
Yeah. We would run them down.
So that's again
yeah.
when I talk about like it's kind of like looking at minimap. I say you shouldn't look at minimap all the time. You should look at the minimap when it matters. It's the same thing for unlocking your camera and looking at what's happening. You shouldn't just unlock your camera whenever and perma like do like faker and press your F keys all the time and then get all the information unless you're faker. But whenever it matters, whenever your play is gonna depend of this situation, I think you should be looking at it. Because here, actually, if they're low HP, you have Blue Kayn coming, you have you coming, and you have Syndra that can get either TP behind them or just TP behind them or use the portal and come from the side lane. I think this is looking really juicy.
Like
And
even now, like yeah.
I mean,
like with that,
it all depends of Syndra's TP, and you see like Seraphine was actually not in the fight, and even if like and also like how long will they stay there, because now you have no Volibear, but now Volibear is actually coming. But I think that being top is the worst option that you had. Like this is your worst option. Like, because even if you're pushing top, what are you gonna get? Okay, tier 1, tier 2. Let's say you get tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 inhib. I still say that it's bad. Why? Why do I think that it's even bad to even get the inhib top?
My team is gonna get run down mid, and then we're just gonna lose mid. Is that kind of?
I think that if it was bot inhib, I wouldn't say that it's bad. If you trade mid inhib for top inhib, I think that it's bad. If you trade mid inhib for bot inhib, I think that it's good. Why though?
Oh, it's because of Nash. So we want to take Baron, and so if we get top inhib, that doesn't help us because if they push out or if they have to protect or from the inhib minions, they can still just rotate to Baron.
Yes,
but
sir.
If we took bot inhib, then that becomes more of a problem for them.
Yes, sir. That's why if you actually cannot get Nash as a team, your best, like your second guess would be, okay, I cannot get Nash, can I then get bot inhib? Because this way you can just back, then someone will have to match bot inhib, and you can go top and create a 5v4 on the top side of the map. That's it, that's simple. So here, this doesn't achieve anything. Even if you take a turret and you get a few gold, etc. Like, and also it makes it so they can defend on you. They can like collapse you and then still like get Nash after. Like here they're hinting by not going Nash, by the way, because you're not gonna defend it. They're actually invading your bot side. Like I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But still, like you should not play according to their mistakes. You should play according to what's the right play, basically. So these two turrets don't achieve anything, and by that time, even if you went bot and decided not to def mid, you would get that bot turret and that bot inhib probably, and those would matter so much. If you take portal, bot turret, bot inhib, then it would matter. And maybe there was a team fight angle, but Kayn didn't ult, so we would never know if it was team fightable or not. I think it was. But then misexecution came into place. Okay, so now you took this up, you took top, and now we're backing. I mean, I don't know. Okay, you're maybe probably just checking.
I think I maybe have sweeped it or something.
Which is nice. But I mean, we actually saw them walking to our bot jungle, which was into by them. But it's fine, like that you're a bit concerned that it could be there, and then you're still gonna check it probably. And now you need to think about, like, you need to wonder, like, or ask yourself, when is Drake coming? Like, do you still have time to go bot and pressure for Nash, or do you actually have to pressure top for Drake, or like, what are we playing for, basically? So tab Drake 317, so you can still go bot, right?
I'm sorry.
So Drake is in 3 minutes, so you can still go bot, right?
Yeah. That was my thought. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So here we're going bot. Now team is dying, but we see that, okay, is it gonna work better? So let's see. We're going bot, which is really good. At this point, I think we still win the 1v1 into Urgot. I mean, we're gonna win the 1v1 against like anyone, I think. I mean, that was like you lost a lot of time here, a whole lot of time using that portal.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, if the wave is here and you're here, that's a way faster way than... which is fine. And now your team is dying, and now we're kind of concerned, like, do you think they can do Nash or not? And that's why it mattered to actually look at it again. So here, like when you're splitting like that, your eyes should be on minimap. Okay. So now 2 of your teams are dead. What are your options now? I'm seeing different good plays. What could they be?
Yeah, so I mean, I think my mind just went to like just try to get out of, or try to get something out of them having to, or them like the 2 deaths on my team, so like pushing bot and trying to take inhib there. So that was like my first thought, and maybe that'll draw like somebody in for a 1v1. But then I guess the other option is to see if like I could flank here for a team fight, but actually that feels bad because 2 of us are down on this team, so it's 3v5. So yeah, I would just split push just because I don't feel like we'd win the team fight.
Okay. Well, now I will ask you, is it a 3v5 then if this happens? You talk about the 3v5. Look at that. You created pressure. You pushed. Most likely enemy team is going to match this pressure. So actually, you can push and rotate. And now the worst that it could be is a 3v4, but it's not even a 3v4 because you guys are full HP and this guy has an ultimate and you have Ghost Flash and your ult and you have everything and you have the good position and you have a red trinket. And that's why the red trinket is useful. The red trinket is useful to know if you're seen or not on your way there. And they were low HP, basically. So, 3 options. Option 1, which is the worst. Going crazy here and look to play for inhib right now. Because you don't want to apply too much of pressure here and you don't want to risk them killing you or collapsing on you if your team is not in a position to actually get something for it. And there, like, they would actually have the time to make you use ult, make you run away something, and defend that wave, and then still go on Nash, because your team is like Vayne and Kayn, which are like the 2 biggest conditions to get Nash, because one is the DPS and the other is the smiter. They are not on the map yet, so now you shouldn't go crazy here. That's the worst play. The second best play would be just stand in that bush, the bush that's on the lane, and wait for your team to be in a position to pressure, and then you're applying pressure again on bot side. And the third option, which I think is the best one, is just know or anticipate the fact that by pushing that bot, you're creating pressure, bot lane, that Seraphine was 1 HP, so she's out, Lux is pretty low HP, Urgot is going back to top, or even if Urgot is there, no, it's not full HP Draven, not full HP Lux, and maybe Urgot, against full HP with ulti Syndra, full HP Volibear, and full HP Full Fury, Ghost Flash, TRYNDAMERE. So you could anticipate that, and you don't have like to go crazy as long as you don't see Ivern. But here I actually know that someone is gonna match that pressure, because if they don't, you just get that bot inhib, so you get the Nash. So they have to match it. But you applied your pressure already. You don't have to apply more pressure over the pressure that you're already applying, because it would mean putting yourself at risk at a moment where your team can get cannot get anything on the map, basically. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now that they killed Draven, I would call 2.
I guess like, yeah, so they killed Draven and my team's up, so yeah, maybe like a Baron call here is best then.
And do you go on Baron or do you keep pushing bot?
I think I just keep pushing bot.
I do agree. Both are decent, but I think that by pushing bot, like, I mean, you're gonna simplify the play for your team, you know? Like, it's easier to win a 3v2 or a 2v1 than to win a 5v4 or 4v3, basically. And now you can start going a bit crazy. I think now you should be kind of showing You should keep vision on Ivern. You should spam ping that Nash. Now is the time to start going a bit crazy. And now it's not the time to rotate though.
Oh, really? Now's not the time to. Oh, is it because like they're at your tower? Or?
Well, because like you had the like your team should play like first, like yes, they're on their tower, and you don't have your red trinket, so you don't know if you're seen or not, and you are actually seen. And also like their jungler, like you want to maintain Ivern bots. If they're not sending like Urgot on you, they're either sending their jungler or their ADC, which is really good because like they want their jungler or their ADC to play Nash, and yeah, like the best way for them to play it is to send Urgot bot because Urgot has a TP. But now if they're sending actually like Draven, which they're doing, and you again like I anticipated that because it's kind of obvious they're not sending Urgot. So now we're going back bot, and now they have no ADC. Oh no! Wait, what? Not back.
Oh, so my thought was that like drag came up, and so that's where I was gonna like back and go top now.
Okay, what about trading Nash for Drake? What if they go on Drake?
Oh, so we could just take Baron instead, and
yeah.
That's kind of winning, right? Yeah.
Oh, that's certainly winning, unless it's like soul point or soul, etc. And also like a play that I like doing whenever like there's Drake and Nash at the same time, I would stay bot, and if my team comes to play the Drake, I will play the 4v5, the 5v5 if my team is ahead and your team is sort of ahead still at that point. And yeah, that's it. Because yeah, even for Drake, you're too late top. It's too late. Because now look, it's Drake in 40. By the time you're pressuring this top objective, which actually does nothing because it's not gonna open up Nash either. Like they don't even have to defend it. But by the time you're there, the Drake would have already spawned. So if enemy team decides to play Drake, now your team has to play a 4v5 situation on Drake. And you get a top in him for that, which doesn't do shit this way. Like they would get the next Drake, they would base, they would defend Nexus, and now they just get free golden experience from top inhib. So it's terrible to go top here.
So the move was to just keep pushing bot there.
Either keep pushing bot, really good. Keep pushing bot. Also, it was Draven matching you. Well, Draven you can kill like with your summoners, etc. Like if it's only him, and if it's not only him, it's really good. This way, your team is in a 4v3 situation. Or other thing, what can we do if we're at that time and we're not sure of where we're gonna go on the map? We talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just moved. Exactly.
Yeah, try to go with my team. Yeah.
And also by going mid, you give yourself more time to have information on what's actually happening, you know? But yeah, like the idea of pushing top to create pressure for the Nash, it's a really bad idea because by the time the Drake, for the Drake, by the time the Drake is up, your pressure you're gonna pressure too late basically. So now this does nothing.
I started pinging for it and stuff, but yeah, that was probably the worst play.
Yeah. Because now, yeah, they don't give a shit about you. Now they do, but they could have not actually. So again, like it's not because they're making mistakes that you're doing the right play, you know. And now they can play for Nash actually. Also.
Yeah, and I think they take Baron here, so I think that's.
Oh yeah, that's another reason why you don't want me to be top, because like they can both defend on you and play for Nash basically. I mean, if you get their jungler, oh, that got pretty close. Okay, well, they're not supposed to get Nash now. I mean, if you're concerned, you should be pinging it. Maybe they do because Draven has lifesteal and you're not checking it forever as a team. Okay, they don't. Okay, so still fine, and now we should go bot. Until something maybe good or bad happens. You're building their jungler bot, which is insanely good. Your team
so this is where we should be pinging for Baron again, right? So I'm not doing that at all.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, your team. But I don't know where you go back, where you hover that fight. I don't know what are you doing here. You're not only playing bot, so you have to ask yourself the question. Like, of course, playing bot, and imagine like you have this build and you're playing into a Malphite. You have this build and you're playing into a Malphite. Like you cannot get the bot turret, or you cannot dive him, or you're not gonna get the bot inhib. But if you're pushing like that and you're facing Ivern and Ivern is defending on you, now you can get that bot inhib. Like it should like the Ivern shouldn't be able to defend on the Tryndamere at 3 items. I don't know what you think about it if you don't agree with that.
Oh, so I should be diving him or fighting him?
Well, the thing is, if you see them on the map and it's only Ivern, oh yeah, completely should be diving him. That's why even if your team loses the fight, like they cannot just go Nash, or they shouldn't, because then your team can steal it, even if Ken is dead, like they don't have a smite to secure it. And if it's a 1v1, you just kill the guy. And remember, like you're playing for inhib as much as you can. So I think, yeah, you can just dive the guy if it's 4 of them. But and if it's not, well, your team is supposed to win, and if your team doesn't win, it's okay. I would just keep pushing bot on that next wave.
Mm.
But yeah, so here we're just hovering the fight. That doesn't happen. And now we go back bot on a timer where our team cannot get anything from it. So now we realize it, and now we go on them, which is fine. And we get Urgot's TP. And we kill the jungler. Oh, okay.
I missed R there. Yeah.
I mean, that was misexecution, but at least like the idea was good. Like the idea here to go back bot is bad because now your jungler is dead. And these guys are pretty low. And you don't want them to have an opportunity to just go Nash. So now this is risky. And also because Urgot, now they're sending Urgot to you, and Urgot has a TP, so he can just like get a look to clear waves. Oh, he TP'd bot. Okay. Okay, I don't know what the fuck is happening, but then it's good. And now you can side. Okay, it's fine. So it's just misexecution, because if you ulted, you kill the jungler, and you probably actually get the Nash as a team.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're dead, so you cannot really impact any play. They're probably on Nash right now. So now they took Nash. Now we're at 30 minutes, and they took Nash. Let's put ourselves a bit behind right now. Or maybe even a bit before. Okay, right now.
Yeah.
So what should you do now?
When they take Nash?
Let's say right now.
Yeah, I'd say like, I can't team fight that, so I feel like trying to hover or push top would be best because Drake is up, is my thought. But
so once a Nash has been taken, splitting is not an option anymore. You don't want to split into Nash buff, especially when your teammates are Kayn, Vayne. They cannot defend that. Here they could just end the game. If Urgot didn't base and wasn't afraid of nothing, like they could actually like threaten to end the game / end the game.
Yeah, so that's where I like. Yeah.
Okay, they're gonna take the Drake here. I mean, even if you bring Urgot up, it's not like you're gonna get the Drake. I don't know where Urgot came. I don't know why they're coming on you. Like they're not buffing waves with Nash buff, which makes no sense because that's what Nash is all about. But basically, the general idea that you should get is that once Nash has been taken by enemy team, you don't want to be splitting, because first, even like if you're splitting, let's say you split and you push all the way to their turret, well, they can just back in 4 seconds and match you. And also your team, like some teams can defend the Nash buff because they have the spells for it, etc. But Vayne and Kayn are not supposed to be able to depush empowered waves, basically.
Well, okay, so I should be like basically like ARAM or like defending during Baron.
Yeah, like just like what Kayn's is doing, like just kind of hovering around it. This way, like Urgot is on side lane, and now you have a potential 5v4. You should be pinging that. Okay, you didn't see Lux.
Yeah, that's where I didn't see Lux, and
which is still fine because you're. Yeah, I mean you had no summons though.
Yeah.
But yeah, you had the right idea. Yeah, you had the right idea by actually like collapsing on them, because Urgot has no TP. Maybe he has it back, but you have an opportunity to maybe flank them. So I think it was not even too bad. The only issue is Vayne is backing, so I don't know if Vayne wants to buy an item. But you see that someone is backing at the beginning of the fight. But at that point of the game, like it's not this that actually costs you the game. I think that Kayn like died like 4 times in a row without ulting. Yeah, that's the 5th.
Yeah, and I think we just lose here. They just run us down. Yeah.
Okay, they don't. They don't. They don't. But you get the idea. Like you had to be there, and actually, like you are still useful. Like you actually like got the Lux and Seraphine out of the fight, and your team was fighting 4v3, and it actually helped. Like just the fact that you were there, you know. But
Yeah.
splitting is not the move. Now you can go back to splitting, and it's Hextech Drake, and it's Nash spawning soon. You have your item.
Can't
I
decide
think
what I want to buy.
yeah, you should play Armor Pen. Yeah, exactly. Oh, and here you don't care about what's the next item would be. Okay, well now you're a bit late on the timer, which is like pretty important. Is it Soul Point? If it's not Soul Point, I think we should play for Nash. Or like if it gets you the soul, I think you should get it. If it gets them the soul, I think you should get it. If it doesn't, I think you should be being Nash and playing for Nash instead. But
Yeah, I
where
don't
are you
think it gets.
going? What are you doing? Where are you going? Why?
Yeah, I was just like split push for pressure, but
Yeah, but okay. So that's the biggest thing, bro. That's the biggest thing is the fact that you need to understand, and it's gonna like change everything. It's gonna change everything about mid to late game. You want to apply pressure when pressure is needed for something, when it's opening. Like if you want to push top, it's because you want two people to come to top lane, so you create a number advantage on Drake, for example.
yeah.
But here, by the time you're pushing something, well, Drake is over already, and now your team is in a 4v4. Draven is dead by just going there. Now you're in a 5v4 situation, and you have your Flash, your Ghost, 4 items. You're pretty big right now. So if you want to push something, it will be mid. Why not? But I think you should just go to the fight, because now look, when you're actually like applying pressure.
I think my team just
Now
gets
you're
wiped.
applying pressure. For what? Like Drake is over like 30 seconds ago. When you're coming back from base, and their ADC is dead, like that's way too late. You know when you want to be top, for to help on Drake, like at the latest 1 minute before the objective has spawned. It's gonna spawn. It's 1 minute before the objective that you should be already there applying pressure. That way they have the time to say, oh shit, Tryndamere, stop, we want to match him or he's gonna end the game. Okay, let's send someone or someone's. That's good. Now your team has the time to go around the Drake, to put vision, to prepare for it, to maybe get the pick, etc. That's good. But going there 30 seconds after the Drake has spawned is terrible. It's like you are in base right now. You're not doing anything. And now,
Yeah.
yeah. And now, of course, we will lose this. I mean, maybe not, of course, but I mean, it's a 4v4, but Kayn is not full HP and he has no ulti. So now your team is supposed to lose that, actually.
So going for the 4v4 or the 5v4 here is the like probably the game winning play then.
Probably.
Right.
I mean, you never know. Maybe you miss ult. Maybe Syndra flashes for nothing. Like you never know. But at least like it is the right play. That's what you should be going for. Like they're not having Draven at 35 minutes matters a whole lot. And then you can actually probably like look for a winning fight, because I mean it's 5v4. So what you do? So let's say you go for that fight. How do you approach it as Tryndamere?
Also, Draven's dead, so I think it's just Lux Seraphine that I'm trying to dive on. So I'd probably like go just like try to dodge, wiggle around and dodge some abilities, and then just go on Lux and Seraphine. I think that's how I would play it.
So you will go like straight with your team, and then you would try to dodge and dash on them on Lux and Seraphine.
Yeah, like Ghost and Dash. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's the wrong plan as Tryndamere. It's really hard to go like in front of them and just walk at them at Tryndamere. You want to go for flank situations. That's why we're playing Red Cricket as Tryndamere. To make sure that here, I think that your best option is to walk towards Raptors around red buff, and this way you can get a flank on them, and you can like go behind, like just behind them. This way Lux and Seraphine have to make the decision between ulting, queuing, Eing you or your team. And if they do it on your team, you're free to kill them. And if they're doing it on you, your team is free, basically. But here, by going like with your team, Seraphine can just ult on 5 people, Lux can just ult on 5 people. You're putting this on the fact that you're dodging abilities, but nothing guarantees that you're gonna dodge every ability. When if you just have a flank situation, it's gonna be so easy. So whenever you want to fight as Tryndamere, just want to have a flank situation, basically. So here you have a bit of time because Drake is still like, it's not at like at 1k HP or 100 HP. Also, you took forever to buy. So if you bought a bit faster, you will be there a bit faster, be able to go around it, and then you have a flank, and then it's very easy to win, basically. But
That's really interesting. Okay.
Okay, awesome. And then yeah, so we don't participate, and then they just go mid and end the game, I guess. Okay, wait, they don't yet.
I think Urgot tries a backdoor here.
Wait, I actually pressed the key. So for the next game, we're gonna go a bit faster because it's gonna be the same concept. So it's gonna be kind of just illustrations of those concepts. How do they not? Okay, they didn't. I guess they went for Nash, or I don't know what they went for. But they don't end yet. Now we killed Urgot. As a team, what should we do?
We should be fighting for Baron right now.
Yeah, I don't know where everyone is going bot, probably chasing that Draven. And now as Tryndamere, what should you do?
So I should have gone bot then. Because I don't think we'd want to... I think it'd be a free... I guess what, do you want to defend, or?
Your team is defending and is backing. Your team that's so useful for the Nash, etc. is backing right now because they're concerned about them just ending. And I think that you should be the one doing that right now, because like, again, like pushing top doesn't achieve anything. We're on a Nash timer, and now they can defend on you and just go for Nash. So it's either you're gonna push bot or you're gonna push mid, but I don't get why you're going top right here. If it's for Nash, then ping your team to go Nash and to actually like hit the Nash. But here you're doing again like the worst option, which is like split pushing top, which is not split. Like it's just side laning. Like split push is because you want to be split from the action. But here like you're going where the action is supposed to be. Yes, I agree it's not where the action is right now, but if you went mid, by that time you would be here. And by that time, if Lux and Draven goes and defend on you, well, it opens up Nash for your team. But now they can defend on you and still go for Nash after, and now your team has to play a 4v5. And now you lose it.
Yeah.
So...
Okay. So like I think, defending mid then like tells my team like, hey, you guys can fight for Baron while I'm defending mid.
Either once you guys killed Urgot, it's either go as 5 on Nash because we have a 5v4 and we can win it, or I go bot and apply pressure for Nash as always, or don't worry guys, do whatever, I keep mid prio and I make sure that they cannot just go for Nexus and end, and then we either like go for Nash or we just wait a bit that our inhib responds and then I go bot.
Yeah.
Basically. But splitting top is the less good option. Okay, so the biggest thing for me is that you understand my thought processes whenever I'm trying to decide where I want to be on the map. Do you feel like you got where I was going? Like, did it make sense? Like the plans that I was making, the things that I was calling, or I think one that's really important is the flank that you don't get when like you're pushing and then we see that Iron is actually defending bot. Thing like that by pushing you're actually pinning someone. So if you can kill that someone, it's really good. But if you can't, you can just rotate, and it's also really good, basically. Do you understand like all of this?
Yeah, I think like the biggest thing is I wasn't making the right decisions around objectives. And I think that's like, and that's a hard thing for me, is to know like when to split or like when to team fight. Because like I feel like as Tryndamere, sometimes I just try to like avoid team fights as much as possible. But there were like clear situations there where, like you were saying, like I should team fight or flank it and team fight.
Oh yeah. Like Tryndamere is so bad in team fights, like you cannot go for even situations. If everyone is even in items, even in golds, even in numbers, and you're just going there to play a team fight, most likely it's not going to work. But you need at least either a flank position or a number advantage or an HP advantage or like high CC in your team, like something to enable you. That's for sure. But you shouldn't like default to I don't want to team fight and Tryndamere. Or if you're gonna do that, you need to buy Hullbreaker. Because if you had Hullbreaker and you go and you went Demolish and you are facing that Ivern, you don't even have to dive the Ivern. You can just get the turret in a second and just win the game. By the way, if you want to hack to just go to plat and brag with your friends, and I don't think it's like the best thing to do, but if you want to just speedrun to plat, you just look my Unranked 2 Master Series split only, and you play the split only. But you play the split only build, which means like you go Hullbreaker, you go Triforce, you go Demolish, and you're gonna see that the games become like super easy in this elo. By the way,
oh really? Okay.
Yeah, I actually so I stopped banning Malphite, and I have like 80% win rate into Malphite in Master Plus, because now I go Grasp even into Malphite, and I go Grasp Hullbreaker first, Trinity second, and then I can just ignore the Malphite. I just bring a wave, I don't even hit him, and I just take a turret. Every wave is a turret, basically. And in higher elos, they kind of have ways to counter it. So if my team is pretty hard losing, I'm not gonna win it. But in lower elos, like you just have like too much impact. And also it's gonna like teach you a bit more of macro and speed pushing, etc. But yeah, like if you want to, like here it's funny how, so you bought a Borg. For example, why did you buy a Borg? It's because it's for damage on Urgot, I think, right? So you buy a Borg for damage on Urgot, and then you go to split top. If you're gonna go and split top, buy a Triforce and Hullbreaker, so you're gonna split top harder. If you're gonna buy a Borg like to fight, well then fight, you know. So you're playing fight items and setup, but to play the split, which doesn't make sense. You need to play according to your items, basically.
Okay, well, no, that's good to see. Like, cause I watched this replay before our coaching, and I was like, I didn't like understand where I went. I know it sounds like really obvious with like the coaching, but at the time I'm like, I just don't understand what decisions were like making this game a loss, because we were so ahead the entire game, and I just I was at and I think that's the part where so it makes sense that I'm not really playing around objectives and around my team almost. Like I'm kind of in my own little world. Yeah.
So what I would just suggest right now is that we go through another VOD. It's gonna go way faster because it's gonna be the same concepts again. Early on, we're gonna just look at the waves real quick, and later on, we're gonna look at where to be on the objectives, so you have a bit more examples. And then if you have like any questions, anything you want to discuss, like we can discuss those.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Honestly, I feel like this game is pretty similar. We could watch the Teemo game. I think that might be a good one to take a look at. Does that sound okay?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Just give me a second. Teemo one. Yeah, Teemo has become like pretty hard to deal with since they upped the Q. I don't think it was necessary. By the way, did I ask you how I should call you?
Oh, you can call me Dorn. You can call my name's Dorn. DORN. Yeah.
DORN.
Yeah.
N. Dorn. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was Doran, like the player. Okay. Dorn. Okay. So let's go. Teemo game. So we're gonna go quick into like the different concepts. Concept number 1. Do the thinking. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah. So I feel like Teemo Tryndamere, that's pretty tough. So I'm just gonna stay safe. Kane scales I think harder than Kindred. But Kindred's got the ult, which is pretty hard to deal with. At least I find with Tryndamere. And then Anivia, Malzahar. I'd say like Malzahar is like really good for like team fights because of his ult, and that's pretty game changing. But Anivia, like she's got the stun and like the AoE thing. I don't know exactly how Anivia works, but like so that could go either way. I think they're both just pushing waves, and I'd say Anivia maybe gets the push more, but and is able to roam a little bit more. And then MF Lux is like very poke based, and then like Kaisa Mundo is probably a little bit more all in. I'd say that like MF and Anivia and Lux is pretty scary because that's like they can like snare into MF ult there.
Mm-hmm.
So and so like win condition for me is probably to like flank and go on like Misfortune and their team is super squishy. That's another thing to kind of I guess notice. They're really squishy. So Kane should go blue. I think that's something we talked about last time. And then I think like it was pretty obvious for me to go Gale Force here and try to like so I don't really need to like build for tanks or armor right now.
What would be your 3 first items, you think?
Yeah, I'd say like Gale Force, Navori, Phantom Dancer is probably what I build. Yeah.
Okay. Personally, I would integrate Hydra. I would go Hydra first, Gale Force, and then whatever. By the way, you cannot go Gale Force Navori anymore. It's pretty sad.
Okay. Then yeah, Gale Force, Phantom Dancer. But you think Hydra first?
So I think Hydra first. The reason is the build path of Hydra is pretty useful into your matchup. Because against Teemo, like it's about getting as many CS as possible and surviving, pretty much. And Tiamat helps you a ton with that. Once you have Tiamat, you can afford like to get as many minutes as possible. Then the lifesteal also helps you a lot with the poke. And then once you have Hydra, you can just instant clear wave and then kind of ignore the Teemo and not like, yeah, because like the Gale Force kind of depends on you succeeding on your all-in. But if you don't succeed on your all-in, you're just getting Teamoed again. So I would consider into some really poke matchups. I would consider Hydra as a first item. I think it's getting pretty good. And also in my runes, I would go second win 100%. Maybe even second win revitalize and then tenacity in the yellow tree. Because second win and revitalize are always gonna proc with your D shield because you're always gonna be hit by the Teemo's dots, you know. So second win. So yeah, second win is gonna perma proc because it procs whenever you're getting hit by damage, and revitalize gives you more healing on second wind. So I think it's good to have like the 2 of them. Maybe you had them. I don't know.
I don't remember which ones I went. I went like I didn't change my runes. I just went kind of like default Tryndamere runes. So
okay. And now we're gonna look at early game. By the way, you did the thinking pretty well. Like I have no big thing to say about it. I mean, I don't know if your team pinged to invade. No, not really. Otherwise, you should be there. They got the kill. Why not? We got stacks on Kane. And now let's do second concept, jungle tracking. What can you say about the junglers? First, Kane.
So yeah, Kane's dead. So like, or was dead. So I don't think he's gonna be able to. He's gonna get here late if he does come top. But it looks like from pathing, he's gonna come top. And then Kindred. Yeah, I don't know where he's starting. I guess bot lane hasn't showed up at lane, so they're probably leashing. So he's gonna probably come top side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a Kindred do red buff into gank top or mid at level 2?
Maybe. I don't think I'm too familiar with like Kindred. Yeah.
Okay. Well, she can. So okay. Now, what would be your plan with the wave then? If Kane is going top, but he's being pretty slow, and Kindred might be going top also.
I should be letting Teemo push, and just okay.
Okay, well that's our first mistake then. I think that into Teemo you should be wanting to stand in that bush level 1, and then whenever the 3 melees are gonna die, you just walk and E through them towards your own turret, and that's pretty much it. And then you can just try to get as many CS as possible. This is still fine. This is still decent. That's another way of playing the matchup, but it's like whenever you're confident. But here, okay, yeah, you shouldn't get damage here. I'll probably press Q on CD, press Q on CD, press Q on CD, press Q on CD. It's so funny. It's every time it's 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's late. Yeah.
And then I would be very concerned because even if Kindred is doing bot to top, like, is she always gonna do full clear bot to top, or can she skip camps?
She can skip camps. Yeah, she can like go for like level 3 or level 4
Yeah,
king.
so I
Level 3
think
king.
so. I think into Teemo, like you have two ways of playing it. Like you could just try to get like stay as healthy as possible all the time, try to not go crazy, etc. Or you could, of course, like you can also look to play for the level 2 advantage and the level 2 wave crash. Like this is possible. But now during that time, you have a bit of time now. Again, we talked about it. Like we're crashing waves because of the time it's giving us. And now because you crash wave 2, now you have a bit of time where Teemo has to stay, and you have nothing to hit. And here, instead of twerking here, what you could do, or you should do actually, is go and ward that bush, try bush. Because
Okay.
that way, if Kindred is there, well, you will know it, and you will live. And also, you will also be confident that she's not there, so you can walk up for a CS. But here, I would be very scared to walk up for CS without like a ward or even knowing where Kindred is. Keish ends up like not coming. Now that she has her mark topside. Can Kane contest this mark?
No. Like he has no. Well, I have no prio.
Okay.
So
no mid prio, no top prio.
yeah.
And it's the mark, so probably Kindred is gonna go. So I would drop at least one ping, you know, say to Kane that this is not the right play. And then if he dies, he dies. You know, like if he goes, he goes. But at least you would have done your job.
I don't think he does.
She went, but she not like she already has taken it.
Yeah.
Because he was late because of the level 1 play. Okay, so now we know where's Kindred. We know where she is, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, she's like at Scuttle. Yeah.
Yeah, so now we want to slow push as slow as possible. We want to be safe. Don't want to go crazy. We don't even want Kane to come here because they can counter gank and it can look bad. I mean, unless something, yeah, makes us like feel safe. So I don't know where Timo had vision exactly, but yeah, he saw that coming. So a play could be what could be a play if you and Ken were amazing players playing in a team together and being good friends. What could be a play here?
I guess I could like fight him and yeah, I could fight him and bait him into Kane. Like go aggressive before Kane comes.
Oh,
I don't know if that's right.
yeah,
move,
I think that would have been risky because he had such a big wave. He had such a big wave with him. So if you just dash on him and start hitting him, knowing the fact that he has ignite and he has this big of a wave, like it can be risky, and he can still kite you. But okay, it could be a play going a bit early. So whenever I don't know, but it wouldn't, because you still don't know where Kindred is, and Kindred could be sitting in that bush actually right now.
okay.
A play would be just to ask your Kane to help you crush that wave, basically. Because now you have a wave slow pushing into him. But if Kane leaves, well, now you're by yourself, and good luck. It's possible, it's doable, but it's not going to be easy. So you could ask for Kane to just like crush that wave, that way you get your reset, and now you get an item advantage on the Teemo.
Oh yeah, that's way better. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, he flash. Is it gonna come? Okay, he doesn't give you the range. It's a bit sad that W didn't hit. Teemo gets into ear range, so I mean we'll take it. Good Teemo would never get into ear range here. He would just look to
yeah,
kill the wave.
I think if Kindred comes at any time, I would have just died, right? So like that was yeah. So she is.
And now, so she put the mark on you. You remember how last game I talked about when you were crashing the last 3 CS, you used your E aggressively? And I said, oh, maybe it was not you. Maybe it was the coaching actually. But here, like, you're looking to crash this in base and be safe. And yeah, like you should keep your E. You should never E in, especially because you're getting marked by Kindred. But even if you weren't marked by Kindred, you should. So I'm guessing you're gonna outplay that, right? Why can you outplay that?
Oh, I think I don't remember if I just ghost and run away or if I fight it, but oh, I see. I didn't even see my XP bar, so I turned 6 here. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
I think I missed the XP, so I just don't get it.
Yeah, you should be aware of that. Like this you 2v1 them. You actually 2v1 kill them. If you just like auto, and they come, and you just bait them into like coming to you. You can even extend in that bush. You will get level 6 naturally, and then blah! You just go splash, kill them both, and you win the game. Like here, like not being aware of your level 6 power spike is a big issue. Big. So here for me it's a double kill for you. Or at least a kill. Minimum. Okay, then the messing up, end up getting this. Are we gonna E-flash on the Timo? He doesn't have the time to Q.
Yeah, I think I just do E-flash, yeah.
You did it wrong.
Oh, I did it wrong?
Yeah. I will show you why. Here, look at what you do. E, behind him, flash, auto. Okay, now I told you what's doing it right. Doing it right will be click on him, auto him first, click on him, and then E-flash. Because here, with how you're doing it, you're E-flashing, then autoing. If Timo flashes or blinds you, like your auto is not gonna go away, for sure. Let's say like it's not even like wait, did he use flash or did he not use flash? If he didn't use flash, you just inted it. If you use flash, you can afford to do it, but if you buffer this Q, actually, like it wouldn't work. So you need to click on him first. That way, if you E-flash and after your flash, he flashes instant, your auto is still gonna go off, even after the flash. You see like the moments where sometimes like you kill someone after he flashed. It happens a lot since they change like lethal tempo, attack speed. So you need to click on him first. That way the auto will go 100%. Here, like he could have had the timer to flash out. Actually, does it make sense?
Kind of. So I should still E first, right? Like
Yes.
I guess what's the combo?
So I mean, like what I mean is that you need to click on him first. So you click on him, so you're gonna walk towards him, and then you E and you flash. But then you don't do anything. You just E-flash on him, and then the auto is still gonna go away because it's already buffered. Because that's what your character wants to do. He wants to auto. You click on him, and then you E-flash, and then the auto is always gonna go off, even if your opponent's flashing.
Oh, I didn't know that is the way it works. Okay, so I can like right-click to basically buffer an auto.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then even if you get in auto range for like a tenth of a second, the auto will still go off. But here you give yourself the opportunity to make a mistake, to like miss the click, or just give him the time to react to the flash or flash instant also. So yeah, that's how you E-flash, and because like over time it's gonna cost you a lot doing it that way. So yeah, you need to click first, basically.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I didn't know that. That's really helpful.
Okay, nice. Awesome. Okay.
I don't feel comfortable with like all-inning him here, but maybe I should have.
You could have, but I think what matters most than just killing him, I don't think you should use E again here if you don't need to. Because for two reasons. First, now you're pushing the wave too fast, and now this wave you have to push it too close to his turret. Right? Because now you cannot get those casters right now. Now you're pushing slower. So whenever you're pushing, you should be considering, okay, where is the next enemy wave? In order to know where is next enemy wave, you just have to look at your wave. So that it was bad for that reason. Also because it's not necessary and you don't want to use abilities when you don't have to use them. And that's pretty much it. And also because then you don't have your E for the next wave, so you actually push the next wave slower. So here you should be looking at your wave, be like, okay, can I crash this before this next wave comes? You used to be able to do it because the waves were slower, but now they're so fast, so you actually can't. And by just slow pushing it, you can keep your E for the next wave, and you can dash through the whole wave, kill the caster first, get a nice push, get a nice crash, and back, and have more time to come back and to have the wave in a better position. Okay.
Oh, okay. So I should have slow pushed that and then stack another wave and then shove it in before Timo gets back.
Because you couldn't crash that wave anyway. Like this wave, these 3 minions, you're not gonna crash them anyway. this is not crashing you.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
And you could have known that by
yeah.
looking at your own CS, because they were coming to the turret. So it means that the enemy CS are getting to the turret, you know.
Okay.
And it's still like doesn't give him the crash, but it still like puts you in a bit of a worse timer. So oh wait, how does that happen? Because I feel like okay, now the play should be like to call Kane to come and to just look to run down the Teemo.
I think he was planning to, but he gets invaded. Oh, he gets invaded by Teemo. Yeah.
By the way, yeah, he gets invaded by Teemo.
Yeah. So I try to rotate, but I think I got there too late.
He actually got 100 to 0'd. Okay, well that's on him. That's not on you.
Yeah, but I could have like MI8, I guess, you know. But I don't know. It was really fast.
Okay, I mean something that's that you would need to end up like learning as a top laner. I think because I keep using it is the ward trick where you can ward the bush from here. I mean not here. Here you see him walking, and you can actually walk here, and you can actually ward that bush.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it's a bit. I mean, I'm gonna show you, but you're probably not gonna remember that unless you practice it. But you have to put yourself between these two yellow things. Put yourself here, and then you take that spike here, that one of the tree, and then you just put your ward here, and it's gonna ward the bush. And that way, I actually really like to do it whenever they're pushing, because it does two things. I just walk here and I ward here, so it wards that bush. So first, it makes me like see if Teemo is just like hovering or coming back. Also, if Teemo puts a ward, I can pick the ward this way, I can get the ward timer. Also, sometimes the top laners don't understand that it's me that put the ward, and they would think that my jungler is actually right here, and that my jungler put the ward. And then they will walk by because they think that my jungler is here. But it's pretty advanced, and it's not that what makes the difference between you winning or losing games. But it could have put given information to Kane so he wouldn't like die from the Teemo basically. But it's a bit advanced, and yeah, you will need to practice it. Okay, I don't know why we lose the freeze though, because here we had a freeze, right? And we're gonna have ult in 30, so for me, the play would be to wait for my ult and then maybe go for an all-in.
Yeah, I think he might jam it in. So yeah, I was trying to match his push maybe.
Okay, but like here, for example, like you're on the limit of what you need to have. Like here, we talked about it. Like you need like around 4 CS full HP, so you don't want to hit it more. This is still fine, but you want to last it. Don't want to hit that wave anymore. And actually, you might have already like messed up the freeze.
Oh wait, where did I mess it up?
So remember how we talked about the fact that maybe I'm just like mixing the coachings, you know. I'm not sure. Okay, I cannot go further. So here, in that place, how many like extra red minions do you need to hold the freeze?
So I've got, well, I need 4 casters, right? Like that's, I just, yeah, I've heard that before.
So you know, it's actually when you're here, it's like 4 casters, like the equivalent in push power of 4 casters full HP. When you get closer to the mid, it becomes 3, then 2, and then in the middle it's only 1. Because it's got like you need more to compensate for the fact that your wave is gonna hit first. Your next wave is gonna hit first. So the closer to your turret, the more minions you need to hold the freeze, basically. So if you need 4, well, look at that situation. Now you only have 3. Because it's 4 more. It's like 4 diff. But this one cancels this one. So now you only have 3. And they're not even full HP. So and now you have 4, but they're not full HP. So it's very close, but it's not enough to hold the freeze. If they were full HP, it would be enough. So yeah, that's just kinda like.
So I should have left that one melee alive. That way, like the melee tanks.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Or even 2 of them. I like to have like more than what I need. This way, like if I mess up, like I still like get my freeze, you know. So now it's actually slow pushing into him, but still we get our goals. So maybe we can look to run him down. But now Teemo like doesn't have to walk up. He might walk up, but he doesn't have to because it's slowly pushing back into him.
Yeah.
Okay. This happened. So you're actually not getting stoned by the Timo. I thought the video was called Getting Stoned by Timo, but this is not a getting
Yeah,
stoned.
it happens later, I think.
Okay. Okay, well, this is fine. Like, yeah, you just ghost on him.
Yeah, I missed that
okay.
auto, though.
We do agree that it's kind of bugged. Like. So I know that it's not. It's whenever you're starting your auto, the blind should be over. But here it was the case. Whenever you started your auto, the blind was over already. But it's actually like a bit. There's a bit of delay. It's not you who missed it. It keeps happening to me. So now I'm actually giving a bit of extra time because it's bugged. It's not. It doesn't show correctly. And I swear I'm not copying. Like here, if you autoed instantly, it wouldn't go away. So yeah, I don't know. They messed up, Timo. Right. Okay, really good. We get that kill. Now let's see if we take the reset on the good timer. Up, we're here. Killing him. Okay, you killed him already. So we kill him, and now instant. You need to think about the state of the waves. Was the last wave a cannon wave? Is this one a cannon wave? Is the next one a cannon wave? And try to base on your cannon wave, basically. So if the next wave coming is a cannon wave, you know that you have both the time to maybe go for a plating and reset. If it's not a cannon wave, you only have the time to reset, basically, because now he can just one-shot waves when he comes back, plus he has his W to walk fast. And I think it's a cannon wave, so you actually have the time to go for that plating and go back slowly, and Timo doesn't have the time to crash it. So now,
but I didn't think about that, so...
Yeah, but you should.
Okay.
I mean, from now, you're gonna think about it, right? Because
Yep.
Okay, now you have Blue Cane already, same early Blue Cane. I mean, it's fighting so much. And now you kinda messed up the freeze again, because this CS is not full HP.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna freeze. Okay, nothing to do here since he's dead. Okay, but he's hitting you, so he's kind of fixing the freeze for you. Oh wait, how did we lose the whole HP bar? What? Wait. So where is Kindred?
He's in that bush. Yeah,
our top side, like he just killed Kane top, and you have no ult and you have no ghost, and so yeah, you don't want to be trading.
He's clearly baiting me. Like he's trying to bait me.
Same Q on CD, you don't want to fight, and yeah, no, okay. Yeah, you're just getting baited. That's why also this ward is so useful, because here you could have just warded and then seen Kindred and be like, okay, well, I know you're bullshitting me or not bullshitting me, basically. So maybe it would be worth investing on learning that word. I would actually do a YouTube short on that word and probably send it to you if I remember.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Yeah, and I'm sure there's other tutorial. Like I can look up something on, but I'll practice it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like the biggest thing is that like this happened. She took Herald. She killed Kane. Like it's very likely. Like unless you see her like mid or bot, you should expect her to still be here. Okay, you know it. So you see it now. Now you come back. You can crush that wave. And as I said, like I think Hydra would have been really good here. For example, if you had Hydra or at least Tiamat and Lifesteal, like you could get full HP again from that wave. And in that matchup, it matters a lot, because I'm guessing you got mid HP just from shrooms. Or wait,
I think so. Yeah.
Wait, or did you stay? That's what happened?
I don't remember. No, I think I went back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I go back, but I think then Timo rotates mid, and I see him mid, so I just start pushing really hard. Okay, so you're not full HP, and then you probably like walk on a shroom or two. Also into Timo, you should go red trinket super early, because this way, like it's both good for the shrooms, but also whenever like Timo, like good Timos, what they will do, they can actually queue you, and their invis duration in the bush is shorter than the Q duration, so they can blind you. You can't auto them, and then they just go invis in the bush. Okay. So red trinket is good to actually like know where they are if you want to call for Kane or someone to come. So it's good for their invis, and it's good for the shrooms. So red trinket is really good into Timo early. Yeah, I don't get it till super late. I think I just kept forgetting.
I don't know where he is on the map. I don't know where we're getting that many ratings, but we're pretty happy about it. Okay, now gonna need to chill. Okay, you got your base, you got your item. So now you're in a position to kill the Teemo again, and we're gonna get into mid game. So you're okay. Early game you actually did pretty well. Of course, it could have actually again like been done better. How does he make you ult? Knowing that you have Ghost, A-Force.
Yeah, and I think he's in this right here under the tower. So, oh no, he just comes to me. Oh yeah, I just like decided to go for tower instead. Oh, and then Kindred
Okay, but Kindred is here.
Yeah.
I think okay. Maybe look. Okay, this is actually fine. You got the turret. Kindred is top on what timer? What is up on the map?
Drag. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's actually really fine for you to look to trade kill on Kindred, and if she uses ult, it's really good. This way she doesn't have ult, and if she doesn't use ult, she dies, basically. And I think yeah, like she's gonna look to live without ulting to save it for later, or not to like let you alive, because then if she ults, okay, she flashes, which is decent enough.
Yeah.
I mean, you live, which is fine, but you see like how obsessed I'm about objectives. Like I don't give a shit giving a kill to my to the Kindred if I can like secure 100% like the Drake for my team, you know. And now it's gonna be the thematic starting now. So Drake is up. You win the 1v1 if you have everything. I would consider putting a point in ult, by the way, in this matchup, because I feel like you're never gonna kill Teemo without ulting. So you kinda need your ult on CD. So I would consider putting an ult in that matchup.
Yeah.
Now I wouldn't be that confident, because yeah, you like okay, but you don't have ults. You're not gonna kill him or anything. You crash the wave, but I think it was good enough to pin him again. Like just like he was there. He was stuck. Like he had to stay. And now I would look for jungle camps, maybe red buff, maybe raptors, or maybe mid prio, so I can keep helping my team with Drake even more. Because Teemo is gonna stay top like for a long time, and yeah. But it's fine to want to crash the wave though. And now is the first big mistake in mid to late game. Drake has been taken. Where do we want to be on the map?
Oh, okay, so we want to go bot.
Yes, and you could argue
Rift. Yeah.
You could argue that yes, but your bot is already bot. But look at Kai'Sa. They just killed the enemy team. She's OHP. She's gonna reset. Mundo as a support is not gonna stay by himself bot, or he shouldn't. And then if you go bot, you're gonna chase them. Like even if they want to go bot, they're gonna understand that okay, it's wrong assignment. So I think it's your mistake. It's fine to deny the once you're top. It's fine to deny the mark. It's fine to get this. But now look at who's bot. Your Mundo support is by himself on bot side.
So I could have been there. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I die, yeah.
I mean, this is fine because it should open up Herald, but like still, like it's not. You didn't foresee that MF was gonna walk with 1 HP here, and then you're gonna have like Malzar ult on. Like you should just be bot, getting that solo like golden XP, pushing that bot lane, and not letting your support, who has like the support item and the wards, etc. And now you look at where Kai'Sa is going. Well, she's going with her support, and she's right to do so. And now you're going back top, which is fine. Actually not, because it depends what comes first before Drake and Nash. But you see, that's the only thing that I'm looking, you know. And if you beat the Teemo again, I'm gonna want to go top to kill the Teemo. And if you're not winning versus that Teemo, I would like to go top to bring the Teemo there so he doesn't participate in the fight, and to out-rotate him because Teemo has no TP and not as much mobility as you have, basically. Here you don't want to be pushing too hard. Your team is not in a position to pressure. They're not pressuring. They cannot pressure T2 bot. Like they're not pressuring the objective, and Kane is like coming back on the lane. So what if Kindred came here? What if they come and collapse you here? What does your team get for it? Nothing.
Yeah, nothing, because mid's missing too. So
Yeah. So that's what you want to be thinking thinking of. Okay, really nice. Now what should we ping on the map?
well, is that Rift? Oh, it's Rift coming up. Yes, we should be pinging Rift.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, it's
Nash.
not? Okay. It's not.
Nash.
Well, we can't take Baron now, right?
You
Like,
can't or you can?
we can't, right? Like,
Boy.
I mean, Kindred's dead, but it seems early. And then is this something? Yeah, is this a good Baron call? Hard to see.
You're still on my stream?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. No, let me switch over. Sorry, I'll need the mouse.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Okay. So something that's funny is like often people don't want to play for early Nash because they think that it's too early and they don't have enough damage. But they also forget about something. Nash gets tankier every 30 seconds. Did you know that?
Well, I think I noticed that it gets it gets more HP as the game goes on. I didn't realize it was every 30.
So 20 minutes Nash is actually super squishy. And then it gets tankier at 20 and 30 seconds, and then at 21, and then 22, 22, 30, 23, 23, 30. Look, it's level 9 Zyra. I mean, I know she has the plants, etc. But it's her with me, Tryndamere, with like one item. And we just took the Nash in 20 seconds as 2 players. I mean, I know it was Zyra and she has plants, etc. But like the first Nash is pretty squishy. Now, something else that matters here is the fact that Malzar is really good to take Nash, and Kai'Sa is really good to take Nash. And now, even considering all of this, I'm not even calling Nash to do it, to take it, because maybe you could argue that Anivia could try to defend, etc. But I'm calling about like using Nash as a magnet. Here, what if you go on Nash as a team? You guys, like, your team just runs mid, deep push, and then goes straight on Nash. If they come, well, guess what? It's a 5v3 situation. Do you think you win a 5v3 situation at that point?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're ahead.
And if they don't come, what is it? It's a free Nash.
Yeah.
That's it. So yeah, pinging Nash doesn't mean like taking Nash. It means like going on Nash, applying a pressure point, and if they match that pressure and you're 5 and they're 3, you just kill them. And if you don't match that pressure, if they don't match that pressure, you just take Nash, and that's it. And like whenever like the jungler is dead and Nash is up, like you should be obsessed. You should be like directly. It should click. You know, like okay, jungler is dead. Can we Nash? Yes, no. That's it. That's like should be instant. You know. And here I think that with all the things that we discussed, like the fact that they have Malzar, we have Kai'Sa, etc. Lux was bought. Even if this guy like put Herald down, like I think we should be hard pinging Nash. Like Timo was actually basing Anivia is Anivia and she's by herself. MF was dead. Lux was bot. So if as a team we agreed on doing Nash, it was such a good Nash. But here again, pushing top is the worst thing you can do.
So even if like I could go bot too because of Baron.
I don't know what she's doing. Sorry, what?
So like even if I didn't make the Baron call, so you think that pushing bot is better here?
I mean, after Kane is dead, basically, I mean it's very risky to be pushing top. I would be checking about. So when is next Drake spawning? That would be my concern. When is next Drake spawning? I'm trying to see if you're pressing tab, but it's gonna be in a minute. I think this means it's in a minute. And now you need to push top. Because now Drake is in 35 seconds. So now you have the time to apply pressure before Drake spawns. So what I would do is like put a ward on Nash. So I make sure that they don't trade Drake for Nash again. And then push top again. And if they go and match me, but I would push top, but of course, like be careful. Like would not like go and hit that top turret, you know. I would just push top, and if they go and match me like Kindred and Teemo like they did, well, it's free Drake for us. And if it's only Teemo, and I don't think I can dive him, and I don't think you can dive him at that point, you have no Ghost, no Flash, no Gale Force, you just bring Teemo and then you rotate, and then you look to play a 5v4 with your team around Drake. That's simple. Like the game is actually like, you need to simplify it. It's not. It's not. You see, it's always the same things that I'm calling. And now you're going top, but it's too late because okay, well, or wait, Timo was already top when you are coming back. Let's see if at the end of your base you're already seeing Timo top. Because if yes, what should you do?
I should just rotate bot and just kill their.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So here you're basing, and we see Timo top. I think you should run a Drake right now. What's the worst that Timo can get? He can get like tier 2 top, and we discussed that. Tier 2 top doesn't achieve anything because it's on Nash side.
Yeah, I think I'm afraid of giving him like the solo gold. It was like one thing I was a little scared of, but
you should be concerned about this if it's gonna be the difference between like killing him or not killing him. But you don't even need to kill him in this game. You just need to bring him on side lane and out rotate basically. And you can still kill him, like he's not gonna get more tanky, he's just gonna get more AP. But now, you're putting the games in the hand of your team. Again, if you went straight on Drake, like you would have participated in that fight, and it would be a 5v4. But now we're pushing for a turret that we cannot get when Timo was already like sacking top for his team.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's here because W. It's up. Like you see it, like it's lit up. It lit up. So you know that Timo is here, right?
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh. Okay, that's I wasn't using that at all. Okay, so I know he's invis because like I can W because okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
Because I can't W if nobody's close.
That's actually a super important mechanic on TRYNDAMERE. It can win you games. I like to give examples. I know that I have like fast ones. But yeah, whenever you're like just splitting, your eyes or your peripheral vision, I don't know how to call it, should be on your W, because this way you can like kind of ward bushes without not warding bushes. You can just know that something or someone is here and play for it, you know. Wait, I posted so many. Okay, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of me.
Yeah.
Wait. Good job, me. Nice. Okay, well, then I'm not gonna find it. I just give myself 10 seconds. 5. Okay, I missed it. It's fine. So just an example of this mechanic winning you a game, basically. It's really important. It's one of the things that makes TRYNDAMERE broken, actually. Okay, let's go back to the game. So now I'm guessing like he's just gonna show up, auto Q, auto ignite maybe, and then you're gonna have to go away, and now you're doing nothing.
Yeah, I think I tried all in him, but then there's just no way.
Yeah, and even if there was, like, it doesn't do anything. Again, like you would push top turret and maybe T3 top, and maybe even top inhib, but still it's not useful. And now you're being
Yeah, I was like really tilted there.
But it's your mistake.
Yeah, that was my mistake. Yeah, I think it was my mistake even.
And now we're going top again, bro. I mean, I'm saying that like you already got the coaching. Of course you didn't. but yeah, just go back.
Yeah, I think I'm autopiloting, a lot of these decisions. I'm not.
And I stop again, bro. You're top the whole game. You're top the whole game. I don't know what's happening. Like you're legit top the whole game.
And I buy QSS because I'm just so, like, I just feel like I can't deal with.
It's actually fine to buy QSS to snowball on Timo. It's fine also into Nasus.
Okay.
Okay, and I think it's gonna be this for the like as long as you don't go bot for Nash, like I don't even want to look at it. Like that's the mistake, you know.
Yeah, I think I have this idea of like getting really fed, like getting a lot of kills and getting really fed, and then that's how I carry the game. But it feels like the reoccurring theme is that I need to like play for objectives or like create pressure.
I mean, you're doing a good
like,
job
the
at
master
getting.
one, yeah.
You're doing a really good job at getting fed, but then you're not using it correctly because you need to get fed in order. Like, what's the point of getting fed as Tryndamere? It's in order to be able to apply pressure and make it matter, and make it actually mean something. That pressure that you're applying. So. So yeah, it's not like just magic, like you're getting fed and then magically you're gonna win the game. It's like you're getting fed and now you can apply pressure and they need at least 2 to match you, and now you're gonna win the game because you're applying pressure on the opposite side of the objective. And now again we're 5 on the map and Anivia is dead and we're backing.
Just go Baron, right?
Call it at least. And again, if they come, we fight. If they don't come, and by the way, yeah, like this guy was going bot, like this was a free Nash again. And if they don't come, you get Nash. And here we kill the jungler. Surely we're gonna ping Nash, right? Surely.
No. I don't think
3 are dead.
Yeah, I don't even...
3 are dead. Surely you're gonna ping Nash. Surely. You see, like you need to take responsibility in the calls. You need to be the one noticing that it's a Nash angle. And yeah, like that's actually both like Nash and Elder, and now you're getting none of those. You should start hitting Elder.
Yeah, I think we play for Elder here.
Yeah. And then after Elder, you can just get Nash like you did the last game, right? Like Elder, by the way, don't put it in smite range before Kayn comes. That's the goal. Like the goal is just to put it in smite range, and then Kayn is gonna be faster than Kindred, and then Kayn just comes and smite it. Okay, we see Anivia. We see the rest of their team, so okay, it's fine. They don't have a global. And now we go as 5, or we just wait Wundo to play for the Nash. And now we're playing a Nash in a 3v4 situation, but Timo is going bot because, bro, like this game, I don't know what's happening these games.
Yeah, and then I think we just lose.
You're not in a hurry. Like my whole point is that here you're not in a hurry to just do Nash right after. Why do you not get out of the E? Why does she not hit it?
Yeah, no, I think we just lose here.
If you actually ulted, yeah, you could deal a lot of damage here. But yeah, you're not in a hurry. Like once you get Elder, you're the ones that are winning, and Mundo is dead. Like again, you need to be pinging. Wait, Mundo. Like you need to be the one calling it. You shouldn't count on your team to do it. And it's pretty obvious, you know. Like it's 5v5 with Elder or 4v5 with Elder. Which one do you pick?
Oh, the 5v5, right?
Yeah, that's it. Then call it. You know, it's simple actually. Like just simplify the game. Yeah. Don't put yourself in position. Yeah, and you don't even have to stall. Like you have, you should be dancing. Just you can go as 5. You push mid and you dance and you wait for Mundo, and then Mundo comes and dances with you for a bit, and then you go take that Nash, and then it's good. So yeah. I mean, it was the same mistakes that last game does, so I'm pretty happy. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I think like really what I should take away from this is like just playing for objectives like all the time, right? So kind of and playing with the team. Is that kind of what I need to really change about my playstyle?
Yeah, like to understand like what's the best way for you as Tryndamere to impact that next objective. So you need to first like think about what's the next objective. And then what's the best way to impact it? And yeah, it's to apply pressure. And then if you can kill, you kill. If you cannot kill, you out-rotate. If you can bring 2, it's really good. And that's pretty much it. And you just keep doing that in a loop, you know?
Okay.
But the answers are going to be different. Like games after games. Like you're going to have some games where like you have like specificities. Like some champions are really good into split push. Like for example, Karthus. Because if you're playing against a Karthus, you can 1v on your opponent and you ult, etc. And then at the end of the ult, the Karthus is gonna ult. So you need to keep that in mind. And now, even if you can dive, well, you cannot dive then, but you still can bring your opponent on side lane and out-rotate. For opponents who have TP, often you're gonna need to bring them on side lane, out-rotate, they TP, you go back on side lane, they come again, and then you out-rotate, and now they don't have a TP, for example.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty much like this. Yeah, and then early on it's about like finding the good timers with the cannon waves and backing on the right moments.
Yeah. Are you able to like out rotate things like Timo? Because he's got like the movement speed and stuff.
Well, he has the movement speed, but you have your E. Most likely, you have also like blast cone plants, like to take also. And also, the thing is, by the time you crash a wave, he still has to kill the wave before he's moving. So even if it's not like a big timer, it's still a timer. You know, it's still like you're still gonna be and also like if you don't think you can out rotate, then if you cannot out rotate, then you cannot dive him. So what's the solution then?
It's like fight 5v5, right?
If it's fightable. Or just like try to bait a 5v5, make your team like stall and try to go back on side, but yeah, like probably then that would be the better option. But yeah, I think you can still out rotate because he's gonna be stuck a bit with a wave. That's the whole point of it, that you're bringing a wave. Okay. And that if he doesn't get it, well, he doesn't get it basically.
Yeah.
So it's already winning.
This is so good because like I just, yeah, every game it's just like I feel like I'm getting a lead and then I just lose, and that's really frustrating. But I see that it's decisions that I'm making with that lead that is losing me that game, you know?
Yeah, completely. Yeah. And some games are not gonna be winnable. And some games you're gonna do, but these were not some of these games for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so did that bring any question regarding those games or the game in general on your side?
No, I mean, let me think. Yeah, I had some like general questions. You see, like I had a couple of things, but like they were really generic. Yeah, so like yeah, so I think the biggest ones were so first off, like starting items. I was wondering, is that like matchup dependent, or do you yeah, like how do you pick
so
like what you're gonna start?
For the starting item, it is matchup dependent. Of course, like into some matchup I would go D-Blade, like Kale, Sion, Garen, like anything that I know that I beat in the first few levels before my first back, and I'm gonna be able to auto a lot. I like to go D-Blade, but the thing is, I still like to go D-Shield most of the time. Like I think 85% of the time I go D-Shield, because even if you have a winning matchup, sometimes your jungler is gonna play for bot and the enemy jungler is gonna play for top. And then even if you have a D-Blade and you can hit the wave, well, in that particular game, you cannot hit the wave because something happened, you know. So D-Shield is always useful. D-Shield is like, just by buying it, you get value from it. D-Blade, it depends on you hitting the wave. And Call, it also like depends on you like getting access to minions, to 100 minions, like sort of quickly to get the most value of it. So I like to go D-Shield like almost all the time, and into very easy matchups, I would go D-Blade. If I'm smurfing and I'm feeling giga confident, I go Longsword refillable, but I don't really like it. You're missing on a lot of stats. Even if you're like getting 500 gold like ahead on your build. But for those two games that you played, I would go D-Shield 100% of the time, like against Orgot and Timo.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then I'll default to D-Shield then probably, unless I feel like I can all in or something early. Okay. And then like yeah, I mean, I think everything else I had we kind of went over. I think the biggest one was just like extending a lead into a win, and then also just feeling like my lead isn't as large as it could be. But I feel like my lead doesn't need to be that large to win the game if I'm making the right decisions, right? And then also like same thing, like I need to make decisions around objectives, and make calls to get objectives to win the game. Yeah, because it just feels like it's very like it's just a very like repetitive theme of like winning lane and then just like losing the game, and I think I'm missing something there. Yeah,
but yeah, hopefully like I was able to show you like how impactful were like the bad decision that you are doing, and how impactful they could be in a good way if it was like good decisions. Hopefully I was able to convince you of that, and then you're gonna be able to see them in your own games.
Yeah, I think I definitely do. Like I at least like the thought process, and I'll also take a look at. I'm interested in that that split push build, like that playlist that you have on YouTube, because I might try that build out too.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
as
it's
well.
good
Yeah.
content. I mean, my advice would be like if you need to like to watch some league content, I like to watch it in like times two. Um, unless like for the wave, like for the waves, the first few levels, I think it's good to have it like in real speed because a lot is going on. But then for the mid late game, if you watch it in times two speed, well, you can watch twice as much in the same duration. I mean, you do you know, but I feel like it could be interesting. So you can look towards like more mid to late games. Like it could be interesting for you to do a drill. You can go to my place if you want to get into like that build. Um, and you just go on the game and you start at like 15 minutes and you kind of see how I'm doing it, and you will see that it will be like exactly the same concepts that I'm talking about, but just well done right, you know, like executed how like I'm calling them. So I think it could be interesting to go like, of course, watch like a few like full games, but then also like just go into some of the games and go straight into the mid to late game and try to ask yourself, okay, where would I go now? And where is he going? And why, basically? Like, why do I
Yeah.
allow myself to base here? Well, because the Nash is not up. And look, me bot now. Like, I'm calling the plays. And I'm not typing much, you know, like just like me bot now, me top, me mid, etc. And then I just go there, even if they are there. And that's it.
Okay,
So
that's so good. Yeah.
I think yeah, it could be good content. And here you see I'm not even fighting the, I mean, okay, I can fight him now. I mean, I managed to get some pretty big deals though, because I'm kind of smurfing at the beginning of the series, but at the end of the series, I'm not smurfing anymore. So I do that kind of impact by being even. Yeah, so that could be good.
Okay. All right. Do you offer like if I wanted a follow up session, like do you offer like paid coaching at all, or is that like
Yes,
something?
I do offer paid coaching, and that's one of the reasons why I'm doing free coaching is because I'm trying to promote my coaching services, you know. And so for the price, like right now I have a price fix. I'm not gonna say it. It's, and actually at the end of my coachings that I'm giving, I'm actually asking you guys, what do you think would be a fair price for this kind of session? And when everyone would have answered, I would try to do the average, and that would be my new price, I think. So what do you think would be a fair price for that session?
That's a tough. Well, so how long was that? Was that like let's see, we started at
I
7
think,
a.m. Oh, because that was like 3 hours. Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I think at least like yeah, because if you're gonna so sessions are that long, like 3 hours or so. Is that like typically what you
In
do? Or?
average, there are more like 2 hours and 20 minutes. 2 hours and
Okay.
yeah, 220 or 230.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say like yeah, at least like $50 or $60. Because like I mean, yeah, like you wouldn't feel like less than 20 an hour is not fair at all. Like or for the value of this coaching. I would say
Okay.
like 20 an hour. So like if it's 2.5 hours, then I'd say like 50 is the minimum. But I'd be willing to pay 50 to um 50 to 80 probably. Yeah.
Okay,
So I'd
that
say.
works.
Yeah.
That works. So I will get all the numbers, then do my, because right now that's exactly like I'm pricing them at 50 euros or dollars. But I would try to adapt to the market, you know, and see, like they say that the mass is always right. So we see like what the mass thinks about it.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And then another thing that I will be asking at the end of my sessions is, of course, I'm trying to make you guys get better at League, but I'm trying to make myself get better at coaching. So, if you can tell me from the top of the dome of the things that I've been doing right, so I can just keep doing those. But also, if I've been doing anything wrong, please let me know as well, so I can like work on them.
Yeah. So I think like first off, like I think the yeah, I can't think a lot like of what you're doing wrong, but I'll say like for right, I think the way you kind of quiz me like hey, like what would you do here? And then like, correct me if I'm wrong if we talk about that. I think that's really, really helpful because it doesn't help to just be told what to do. And then also I think I've seen some other coachings online where it's like very like it's live game or piloting. And I think
Hmm.
rather the VOD instead is like way more helpful for me because it's showing like the way that I play normally, and
Mm-hmm.
then without like, because I feel like if I were to play right now on stream, it would be different. Um, so I think going over the VOD is really important, and then yeah, I also like how you don't focus too much. Like I get that my micro isn't super good, and like I'm missing cannon, missing CS and that kind of stuff, but that's not like what we talked about at all. And we're
Mm.
we're like really talking about like decision making and actually winning the game. And so I appreciate that too, because yeah, like I get that like my mechanics are missing, but like we didn't focus on that at all.
Oh yeah,
So
it's gonna come over
yeah,
time, and you don't need insane mechanics to be playing like to be winning more games. Basically, like it's not like you're gonna see in my games like I'm not crazy mechanically. Like I do nothing crazy, but it works because I have the right fundamentals. Okay, awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. So let me know, Dorn. Like, is there anything else? Any questions? Anything you wanted to discuss, or are we good on your side?
No, I think we're good. Yeah, just I'll be following the stream a little bit. It's just hopefully like if you can put something out when your pricing is decided, and
Okay.
if you have like coaching out, I'd be really interested. So
Okay, for sure. Thank you.
yeah,
Awesome. So yeah. I mean, yeah. That was like my secret agenda. Of course, like I'm trying to promote my YouTube, my Twitch, but I'm guessing you already. Oh yeah, you followed before the session, etc. So yeah, thank you so much for the support. And yeah, we'll be seeing you on stream most likely, and I would love to do a follow up session for sure.
awesome. Thanks so
Okay.
much.
Well, thank you for being coachable and for being nice. It was enjoyable for me as well.
Yeah,
And I will see you next time, hopefully.
yeah. You have a good one. Thanks so much.
Thank you. You too. See you, bro.
Bye.